There you go. I'm here now. Sorry about that. I muted myself before, as per fucking usual. Press 1 if you can hear me loudly and clearly. Right. Misfits. It's a Misfits night tonight, isn't it? I mean, what do you say about this kind of shit, isn't it? I mean, is it bad for boxing? Is it good for boxing? Is it bringing the sport into disrepute, etc., etc.? Look, let's just tell the fucking truth. Misfits boxing's like EastEnders. Everyone's talking about it. Press 1 if you agree with me on that. Press 2 if you disagree. Am I lying? Am I not lying? Misfits boxing's like EastEnders back in the 1990s. Everybody's fucking talking about it. So there's no point in talking about it online and not watching it. We'll give it a watch. And let's be honest, yeah? If you were to ask me right now, who's serving up the better promotion? Yeah? Fucking Misfits or Boxer? In fact, yeah? Let me get a poll up quickly. There's only 27 of you here, yeah? So let's get a poll up very quickly. Tell the truth. Who does the better cards? Let's just be honest and tell the truth. Who does the better cards, yeah? Boxer or Misfits? If you're watching on YouTube right now, please hit the like button. If you want to be part of the chat, please hit subscribe. And there's a poll going right now. Listen, yeah? This is why I would put right now Misfits over Boxer, yeah? So let's have a look at the fight poster. First and foremost, they've got the opponent's names right on the fight poster. The amount of messages I get, yeah, about Boxer on a weekly basis, yeah? I've heard Boxer do all sorts. I heard a Boxer do fight posters and they put the wrong opponent names on the fight posters or they spell them wrong. I heard that Boxer can't even get the opponent's weights correctly on the fight posters. Fucking, what's this bullshit? Let me see if we can get this up. Did you see Boxer's promotion for Adam Azim? Why did they have Adam Azim standing in the middle of the fucking road outside of the UK embassy for his next fight for the European title? Let me just see if I can get that up on Twitter. Did anybody see that? Boxer's promotion for Adam Azim. No joke, yeah. They had Adam Azim and his opponent standing outside the UK embassy in the middle of the fucking street. Yeah. There you go. I shit you not, yeah. Boxer. I swear to God, yeah. I thought I'd seen it all, yeah, with Boxer. Do you know how much? Do you be surprised how many messages I get, yeah, on a monthly basis about this absolute clown show of a fucking promotion they call Boxer? Adam Azim is supposed to be one of the greatest young talents that this country's ever produced, yeah? I'm not joking. They had this man standing, yeah, in the middle, yeah, of the middle of London on the pavement. The man was getting photobombed by traffic wardens. There were traffic wardens issuing tickets, yeah, in the background of Adam Azim promoting his fight. I mean, Boxer just is a disgrace. So if you're asking me, honestly, is Misfits bad for boxing? Well, listen, I'd rather see Boxer go out of business before Misfits. I mean, Misfits is setting up Manchester Arena tonight. That's the bottom line, isn't it? Apparently, the Manchester Arena is done sold out by Misfits. Boxer, when was the last time Boxer sold out? Boxer's an absolute joke. So look, that's my justification, yeah, for covering this card tonight. Is Misfits ruining boxing? Well, in my opinion, Misfits is a load of bullshit. But let's be honest with you. Boxer, Queensbury and Matcham, we're doing a pretty good job of fucking up boxing as it is anyway. Regardless, we need to clean up our own house, innit, before we start worrying about Misfits. Misfits is killing boxing. Misfits is destroying boxing. Yeah, listen, Boxer need to start getting the names correct, yeah, on the fight posters before we start hearing stories about fucking Misfits, man. Let's start getting the basics right and clean up house, innit? It is what it is. Mark Stanton says it's been busy in the arena since 9 p.m. What fight are you looking forward to the most in that card? Are you looking forward to Bad Blood, yeah? A.K.A. Logan Paul versus Danis. You know what that fight reminded me of, yeah? Bad Blood. Bad Blood. That fight, why is that fight reminding me of Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, Hell in a Cell? Oh, what a shot there from Slim. So I was watching Slim and Salt Papi, and Slim's down some decent shots in there. Logan Paul versus Danis. That shit reminded me of Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels from 10 years ago. Bad Blood. These two, man, is absolutely unbelievable, man. I've never seen someone's fiance get exposed like that before. I have to say, I've never seen someone's fiance get exposed like that before, man. I'll be honest with you. If I was Logan Paul, to be honest with you, cancel the engagement. To be honest with you, like if you wanted to be your girlfriend, if you want Nina Agdal to be your girlfriend, let her be your girlfriend. But when she's got photos with a million different dudes, do you know what I mean? And then we've seen some of the footage that we've seen, man. Just don't, you know. You don't have to get married after a year. Do you know what I mean? Give yourself time, innit? Oh my God. It goes to show, innit, that listen, money cannot buy you game with women. Trust me on that. No amount of money can buy you game with women. I'm not saying I have game with women, but I'm saying no amount of money can buy you game. You either have it or you don't have it. It's simple as that. Money, being a millionaire, it cannot buy you game. And I think we're seeing that with Logan Paul in that situation because, my gosh, I mean, his wife has got photos with 50 Cent, Ja Rule, Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, shit, the amount of people they were pulling out. I mean, fuck me. Doesn't mean that obviously, you know, she's done the deed with all of them, but it in the words of Castillo, it ain't looking good. So I'm personally, super interested in that fight. Dylan Danis, versus Logan Paul. I hate to say it, I'm all in, Tony. Listen, British boxing's fucked. What have I got to look forward to? What have I got to look forward to? I've got fucking Mick Hennessy Jr. and Harley Benn. Or Mick Hennessy Jr. versus Joseph Laws. Fighting in the back of a car park, next week was on Boxer Show. We are fucked. On this channel from now on, it's Misfits or bust. All the good fights are either in Saudi Arabia or they're involve YouTubers. We don't have no more good boxing in the UK no more, man. So guys, let me know. Callum is saying she's been with 80% of America. It looks atrocious, man. I have to say, like, I'm shocked that Logan Paul's going to walk down the aisle after that, man. So anyway, there's Logan Paul with his missus there. And Dylan Danis, straight away, Dylan Danis retweeted this pic of Logan Paul arriving to the fight with his missus. And he put a caption on the picture saying, she switched from sausages to bananas. So, I mean, it is what it is. You've got Jake Paul arriving there as well. Chris Eubank and Eddie Hearn are both at the arena tonight. If you're into Love Island, I'm not. You'll know who this individual is. This individual tried to get with Tommy Fury, didn't she? The less I say about this individual, the better. I was going to make a comment there about body count, if you know what I mean. And do you know what I mean? But if I was going to talk about Mara Higgins' body count, I think we'd be here from fucking now till sundown. So it's probably best not to. But anyway, let me carry on. So anyway, look, here's what it is. We've got some interesting fights that are going to happen tonight. Chris Eubank versus Conor Benn. Will that be announced tonight? Chris Eubank's in the arena. Eddie Hearn's turned up in the arena with his minder Cooking Cassius. Big shout out to Ade, who's just completed his interview of Tyson Fury. It was really strange watching Ade interview Tyson Fury because them two seem to get along. I always thought Ade didn't like Tyson Fury. Press one if you agree with me. I thought Ade wasn't the biggest fan of Tyson Fury, to be honest with you. I thought he was always sort of like, I haven't watched it in a while, but the impression I always got was that Ade wasn't necessarily the biggest fan of Tyson Fury. Do you know what I mean? I thought he was always like thinking he's not involved in the best fights, not fighting good opponents. I don't know. I always thought Ade was quite critical towards Tyson Fury, but fuck me. Tyson Fury just came on fucking the zone. Him and Ade seem to get on like a house on fire. So fair play, man. All good vibes, down at that show. So we could see Ben and Eubank after this, and then of course we've got the main event, KSI versus Tommy Fury. Look, it is what it is for Tommy Fury, isn't he? He's the overwhelming favorite, to win this fight, isn't he? And if he loses it, it's back to clown school for Tommy Fury, isn't it? If he loses it, it's back to clown school for Tommy Fury. He'll never be able to live it down. It is what it is, isn't it? And then you've got John Fury in there. I mean, John Fury's behavior all week. I've given John Fury a little bit of a pass because I feel with John Fury, he's been told to do the things he's been doing. Do you know what I mean? I think he's been told to do the things he's been doing. So we'll have to wait and see. I think it's all an act from John Fury. And I think the promotion's telling him to misbehave as much as he can in order to get people to buy pay-per-views. Surely there's no way that John Fury is legitimately behaving like that off his own accord. There's no way. I mean, this week, I mean, already, and it's only been a fucking week in Manchester. This man's been showing his backside at 60 years old. He's mooning at 60 years old, grabbing his balls, telling people to suck his dick. Someone in the chat's alleging he's been threatening to bum people. He's been having fights with Perspex Glass. I mean, it's just like he's definitely been asked to do this, man. There's no question about it. Like backstage, they're begging John Fury to do this stuff to drum up interest. For me, it's all acting. There's no way John Fury's actually like that in real life. If he is, he needs more fucking medication than I do, to be honest with you. It is what it is. So yeah, James says it's not really, James says it's really not been that bad. It's entertaining if you're not a diehard boxing fanatic. And let's be honest, with the corruption in boxing, why be a diehard fan for that sport? Oh my God, Salt Papi's nearly out. Wow. Slim landed one big straight right hand on him and he was gone. He's holding on. Oh, you can see he's hurt. You know, Salt Papi was the overwhelming favorite. He's by far meant to be the best boxer, right, in Misfits. But my God, he was hurt there. He was clinging on. He's still clinging on. His head's not clear. He's getting back into it there. Jesus Christ. Fair play. I've got time for both of these two, this Slim and Salt Papi. I think both of them two are pretty decent boxers. They both fucking KO me stone cold, mate. Fair play to them. So yeah, I mean, give your opinions. What do you think about the card in general? Have you enjoyed the card tonight? Do you think it's disrespectful to boxing? Sonny Edwards on Twitter thinks that Misfits is going to produce a champion. He didn't say a world champion, but he said Misfits is going to produce somebody that's going to win a title at some form of level, like a domestic or a world title. What do you guys think? Yes or no? I think, oh my gosh, another vicious right hook from Slim. He's doing a fantastic job in there. But yeah, I don't know, you know. Sonny Edwards thinks that Misfits is going to produce somebody who's going to win some form of title, whether it's a domestic title or a world title at some point. Listen, it could happen. Tommy Fury is still pretending he wants to fight for a world title, as we can see here. These YouTube fights are not my highest point in life. Britain still targets world honours in boxing. Tommy Fury's got absolutely no chance of winning the world title, and I do not want to see Tommy Fury ever fighting for a world title. That would be the most pointless thing on planet Earth. You don't need to fight for no world title. All Tommy Fury needs to do, yeah, is keep winning these fights and collecting checks. And now it's like Slim's hurt. Oh my God, what a back and forth fight. What a back and forth fight. And like I said before, both of these can fucking box. Both of these can. Slim's more of a fighter than a boxer. We know Salt Papi can box, as we're seeing that now. Salt Papi's very skilled, the way he's picking his shots. And it looks like Slim's hurt to the body. Oh, what a shot from Slim. Oh, double right hand. What a shot. But he's been walking onto that all night, Salt Papi. Oh, he's hurt. But he's been walking onto that all night and he walked onto it there. Double right hand. But he left himself squared up and down the middle. Oh, it's one. They've got to call it off. They've got to stop it. He's done. He is absolutely fucking done. Is this referee crazy? He can't even protect himself. He's done, man. Listen, he can. Oh my God. That referee's a joke. They got to stop that. He took about 5 punches more than he should have. Salt Papi, man. What happened? He walked onto 2 straight right hands. 2 double straight right hands. Just left himself nice and square, didn't he? Nice and square, hands down, and got popped right down the middle. Double right hand. My fucking God. Do you know what? To get caught by a double right hand, you don't see that a lot in pro boxing, to be honest. What do you guys think about Salt Papi's weight loss? Do you think the weight loss done him in there? I mean, he looked a bit cooked to me, but it was what it was. But that Slim's a dog. I haven't really watched him fight too much, but I know that Slim is a dog. Like, I do rate him. Like, he's a dog. He is a dog. There's fuck all testing. Dylan Danis claims he hasn't been tested at all for his Logan Paul fight. It's such a shame to see Salt Papi like that, because we all know he's by far the best boxer on Misfits, isn't he? He's by far the best boxer on Misfits. Like, technical. Even there, just before he got stopped, when he had Slim pinned in a corner, and you see he was losing lead hand control, he was putting his forearm on top of the back of his head,
and then he was finding gaps to the body and finding shots to the body. Like Salt Papi is a G. Like he's by far the best boxer in Misfits. But you know, like I said before, this is why I don't box, because boxing at the lower levels is about heart. Trust me. I know people want to say it's a chess match. At the lowest levels, boxing is not a chess match. At the lower levels, yeah, and this level is a bit above white collar level, yeah? White collar, a bit above white collar level. It's about heart and fitness. And this guy Slim has tons of it, mate. That guy Slim has tons of heart, mate. Tons of heart, tons of fitness. The most skilled guy doesn't always win, man. Andre Rozier in Slim's corner. Slim is built. Yeah, he does. He's got a bit of the Carl Froch about him, isn't he? Boxing Classic says Slim's a bit like Carl Froch 2.0. He's got a bit of the Carl Froch about him, isn't he? Slim has got a bit of the Carl Froch about him, and he's got a dog in him, and that's what it is. That's why I wouldn't be able to go 20 seconds with any of these guys. You know, some of the things I do, I've got better footwork than Slim, but I ain't got heart like Slim. Trust me, when the punches start landing, I ain't got heart like Slim to push through the punishment and push through the pain. So listen, man, fair play. That guy, I do rate him. I do rate that guy. That guy goes in there, he takes his licks and he dishes them out. So it looks like we're getting ready, yeah, for the first of our main events. Logan Paul better win this fight, you know, because if Logan Paul doesn't win this fight, his career is not over. I like Logan. I think he's a very talented individual, but if Logan Paul doesn't win this fight, he's got to get a divorce. Surely. He got to get a divorce. It is what it is. Tony's saying, Ultra don't like how much is Misfits paying me. Look, Tony, I'm being real. Do you know what it is? The thing about Misfits is the boxing is terrible, but they get you interested in the fights. Like, you care who wins and you care who loses. I care who wins and loses in these next two main events. I'm interested. I have to be honest with you. Logan is not a good boxer. Come on. No. Logan's never won a fight. Logan Paul's never won a fight, but I like him as a person and as an individual. He ain't a great. But then again, he did. Hold on a minute. Logan did. How many did he do with Mayweather? Logan did about 8 or 10 with Mayweather. And Mayweather was trying to get him out of there. And I watched that fight. Floyd was trying to get him out of there and get the stoppage, and he managed to survive. So he survived fucking 8 or 10 with Floyd. So look, he's got something about him there because he survived 8 or 10 with Floyd. And for me, Floyd put it on him towards, particularly towards the end of that fight. Floyd put it on him a bit, and he managed to see it out. Obviously, he saw it out because he's twice the size of Floyd, so the weight helped him. But even so, you know, even so. James says Dylan becomes the greatest troll of all time if he beats. Let's do a new poll. Let me get rid of this poll. Right, yeah, 68% of you think that Misfits are delivering better cards than Boxer. Says it all, doesn't it? Like, it says it all, doesn't it? It says it all. 68% of you think Misfits are delivering better cards than Boxer. It is what it is. Meanwhile, we've got Ryan Garcia. He says he wants to fight Dean the Great, KSI, Anthony Taylor, all on the same night. It is what it is. It is what it is. Tony says Floyd is 5'5" and 140 pounds. There's no way Floyd is getting a 200 pounds plus man out of there at any level. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Big up, guys. If you like to hit, it's going to be a bad night for me tonight. I can tell you, it's going to be a bad night for me on viewership, and it's going to be a bad night for me in general. Maybe the magic's gone. You know, maybe I'm just not funny anymore. But in the meantime, if you'd like to be very charitable and hit the like button, I would be most fucking grateful. Callum says Eddie hasn't seen a DAZN card so full this year. Apart from this, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Like, listen, let me make no mistake. If professional boxing, yeah, proper boxing, doesn't start delivering the big fights that we want to see, which it's been doing to a certain degree this year, yeah. But if it doesn't keep delivering the big fights that we want to see, then you're going to see Misfits boxing take over. Simple as that, because that's all people care about. People don't care about drug testing. I do, but people don't care about drug testing and how inexperienced and whatnot these guys are. If people care who wins and who loses, they're going to tune in and watch it. So, it's, you know, instead of all these boxers whinging and moaning about how bad it is, it's down to them to promote themselves better, promote their fights better, and make sure that the fights that people want to see actually happen. Because if they don't, then Misfits boxing is going to eat real boxing alive. Simple as that, because it's got people interested. And that's why I'm doing the show tonight. Because if I wasn't doing the show tonight, I'd be watching it. Let's have a look here. Mark Stanton says, Tag team bout was better than Fraser Clark versus someone that have a ticket. Yeah, also served up by the lovely people at Boxer. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, be honest with you, yeah. If you gave me a choice between watching Fraser Clark and Dave Allen or Slim and Salt Papi, what was the better fight? I would say Slim and Salt Papi was a better fight than Dave Allen versus Fraser Clark. Let's be fucking honest. And who gives a shit about Dave Allen and Fraser Clark? They're fighting for nothing. Fighting for £2.50 and a bag of pork scratchings. Ain't nobody give a fuck about those two. So, you know, it is what it is. Tony might come on later. Yeah, Tony might come on later. So we also asking where's Tony. He might be here later on after these fights. Callum says, where does Tommy go after this if he wins? The thing is, if Tommy wins this fight, he's almost going to start running out of YouTubers to beat up, innit? How many more YouTubers, if he gets through KSI, how many more of these YouTubers can he beat up? He's starting to run out of paydays, isn't he? You've got Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Who else can he fight other than those two? Jake Paul, Logan Paul. I don't know. Maybe we put Tommy Fury in the ring with some of these UFC guys. Maybe that's what we start doing. So Tommy Fury versus a Ben Askren type guy. Maybe that's where it goes. As long as Tommy doesn't start fighting for British titles, he'd be fine. Just stay away from the real boxing, man. When I hear him start saying shit like, I still want to be a world champion. Tommy, fuck that. Just get the bag, mate. Get the bag. Forget that stuff, man. Forget that stuff. Vidal Riley. Why do you want to fight Vidal Riley for? Vidal Riley actually is a legitimate boxer. Forget that stuff. You don't need to be fighting Vidal Riley because Vidal Riley can actually fight. Don't get in a fight. Why would you fight Vidal Riley? Tommy Fury versus Vidal Riley is a York Hall fight. That's York Hall. You know what I mean? York Hall with no air conditioning, yeah? York Hall with no air conditioning. And you be buying your tickets direct from the fighters, innit? You want a ticket? Here's the mobile number for Vidal Riley. You buy a ticket off him. And Vidal will actually come to your house in a full Fiesta, yeah? And actually bring you the ticket to your door. That's the kind of fight we're talking about. Vidal Riley versus Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury don't need Vidal Riley in his life, man. Forget that stuff, man. Just keep beating up these YouTubers for £1 million a piece. Don't want to get in the ring with someone who can actually fucking fight, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I think, yeah, Vidal Riley's a legit fighter. No question. Vidal Riley's is a proper fighter. Forget all that stuff. Here it is. No, I do agree. We'll talk about the safety of Misfits in the big games, you know, because I do agree with you. Misfits is there is going to be a scandal involving Misfits very soon because, you know, we all know what's going on with the drug testing there and somebody's going to get put in a coma. It's only a matter of time, really. So, truth be told, if you do want to see the eradication of Misfits boxing, you'll probably see it in the next year or two because somebody's going to get slumped in the middle of the ring and not wake up. And then it's going to, you know, basically come out that, you know, his opponent was fucking, you know, full to the brim on, you know, half a cabinet of have half the cabinet of super drug in their system and nobody tested them. It's a disaster waiting to happen. To be honest with you, you've got a bunch of untrained guys in there, right? Okay, Slim, Salt Papi, those guys can box, but you know, you've got guys on these Misfits cards that are untrained fighters. Yeah, some of them are literally. Who was that guy? Chase Demore. You've seen the meme of Chase Demore, and he's literally closing his eyes as he's throwing punches and looking at the floor. Mate, honest to God, yeah. Somebody is going to get Rocky Ford in a Misfits ring near you. There's no question about that. And I don't want that to happen. But I'm just telling you right now, somebody's going to get Apollo Creeded on a Misfits card near you. 100%. And when that happens, Kalasalan won't give a fuck, yeah? He'll be on a fucking first-class flight, yeah? Straight to Berlin, and you never see him in the UK again. Fucking Interpol will be looking to... Interpol will be fucking shifting out arrest warrants for Kalasalan, and they won't be able to find him, innit? Just disappears somewhere into the forests of Bavaria. Do you know what I mean? Near the Autobahn. And we'll never see Kalasalan ever again. But that is what's going to happen, to be honest with you, because it's very, very dangerous when you've got untrained fighters going in against people who are quite obviously on performance-enhancing drugs and they can't defend themselves from punches. They're closing their eyes as they punch. Listen, like I said before, you know what I mean? Someone is getting Apollo Creeded on the card near you. But who gives a fuck about that? Right now, we are moments away from Logan Paul versus Dylan Danis, yeah? Let me see if I can get up. Hold on. I want to see if I can get a Google. What's her name? Nina Agdal. Men photos. I wonder if I can get like... This is Logan Paul's girlfriend here. Was it his fiance, yeah? So if I put this on YouTube, right? How many blokes can we see? She's There's one bloke here. Hold on. There's Logan. There's this bloke here. I mean, fucking hell. Let's have a look. Who else is there? And there's this bloke here. Let's keep going. Sorry about the fart there. Is this bloke here? Who's this bloke? I mean, look, none of us are saints, do you know what I mean? But for me, that would make me a bit uncomfortable. To be honest with you, do you know what I mean? Is this bloke here? Like, it would make me a little bit uncomfortable, to be honest with you, man. Like, if I was getting down on one knee on social media and then it turned out that there were a lot of these type of photos around, it would make me very uncomfortable, to be honest. So, look, you know, Logan can have any woman he wants, man. Postpone the wedding, Logan. I beg of you, man. Logan, I know you're a big fan of this show, Logan, and I know you're a big listener, yeah? But do yourself a favor, before you go out to this fight tonight, lift a massive weight off your shoulders. Just pull her to one side and say, listen, Nina, whether I win or lose tonight, I just want you to know this engagement's off. Win, lose, or draw, I don't give a shit. This engagement's off, man. I'm sorry, man. You can be my girlfriend, but you can be my girlfriend, but you ain't wearing that white dress, man. You ain't wearing that white dress. Jesus Christ. It is what it is, isn't it? Crazy D3 says there's a pic of her. Yeah, I've seen that one. There's a pic of her on her knees and some dude pouring a drink in her mouth. Logan, please, man. Just don't go down the aisle, man. That's all I'm saying. Like, if she's cool, man. Spend time with her. Enjoy her company, man. But don't go down the fucking aisle, man. Jesus Christ almighty. Games You Love says every millionaire in LA has had a go. Well, I mean, it's not good, is it? It really ain't good, you know. The last thing you want to see when you're about to get married, yeah, is a pic of your missus, yeah, grinning with fucking Ja Rule. Do you know what I mean? Look. This is the last thing you want to see. Look, who the fuck want to see this? That's the fucking last thing you want to see, man. Get engaged to somebody. You're gonna find out they got pictures of Ja Rule. That look on Ja Rule's face looked like he just dug them guts out, man. I don't want to see that shit, man. Ja Rule. Oh my. 'Cause I'm real and I can't go on without you. What are Ja Rule songs, man? 'Cause I'm real. The way you talk, the way you walk. Allow it, man. Do you know what I mean? Allow it. Not Ja Rule, man. Leonardo DiCaprio I could deal with. But Ja Rule, man, come on, man. And then with his brother 50 Cent even in a photo with her as well, though. Where's the 50 Cent one of her with 50 Cent? There's one of her with 50 Cent and shit. Like, it literally is. You can find a photo of her with anybody. It's fucking mad, you know? It's not good. It ain't good. All right, let's go off this subject, man, because I don't want to get cancelled, did it? I don't want to get cancelled, innit? All right, it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, Milan, yeah. What's that one? Always Be My Baby. Is that from Always On Time? Milan, is that one from Always On Time? Jesus fucking Christ, it is what it is. All right, we're getting ready for the co-main event, which is going to be I'm not interested in this. Jake Paul and Deji fighting each other. Anyway, we're going to get ready for the co-main event here, which is going to be Logan Paul, accompanied to the ring by Nina Agdal, getting in the ring with Dylan Danis. Most people are expecting this to be an easy fight. Logan Paul's never won a fight. He's never won a fight in the boxing ring. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Milan, it is. Yeah, always on time. It is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. So yeah. Boxing Classic says, I wonder if Logan will sit her in the front row. Yeah, it's just so he can keep an eye on her, innit? When Logan's in the corner in between rounds, innit? They be just looking at that eye he's got for that microphone. And you see Logan like peeking over, going, "Where is she?" Like, she's not in there. She ain't gone to the toilet, is she? Keep an eye on her. Make sure she's in the front row. Jesus Christ! It is what it is. Oh my God! Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. Mark Stanton says, "What is Danis doing in the changing room? Has anyone got money on him?" It looks terrible, but look. Like I said before, yeah, these Misfits fights are all about heart, you know. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're all about heart. I don't know what he's doing in there. Like, Danis is not doing anything. He's doing MMA, clinching, and all sorts. And none of that stuff is really boxing, what he's doing backstage. The whole thing looks bizarre, to be honest. But we'll have to wait and see what's going on. One thing is, listen, he knows how to fight. He knows how to fight. So, he knows how to fight. And he's probably got, hopefully he's got a bit of heart. And, you know, that might be enough. We'll have to wait and see. Let's have a look here. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Just trying to think about what else we talk about quickly before this main event. KSI is extremely confident he will beat Tommy Fury. Yeah, he says he's got some kind of magic game plan or something that's going to win in the fight. We'll have to wait and see. I think KSI is actually very, very much improved as a fighter. And one thing about KSI is he has heart. That's how he beat Logan Paul. Like, he has a lot of heart. I did watch those fights. He didn't have no boxing ability back then, but he has got plenty of heart. Like, people seem to forget, like, KSI has been tested. Like, he's been to the Mayweather gym and he's done rounds, you know, with people trying to lift his head off his shoulders. Not necessarily great fighters, but to be fair to KSI, you know, he has been in the Mayweather gym and he's been in a doghouse. That's where he learned his craft, you know, people in the doghouse trying to lift his head clean off his shoulders, you know. So you got to give KSI a bit of credit. I know he comes across as a bit goofy, but, you know, you got to give him credit. He went to the doghouse and, like I said before, they went in, they went at him, and he did what he had to do. He has got heart, KSI. I'll never ever question that. KSI has got massive heart, mate, massive heart. But will heart be enough? We'll have to see. Trying to get away from this picture of Mara Higgins. It is what it is. Half of this footage I can't even show. Who's this? That's KSI entering the arena. We've already shown that. It is what it is. Milan says KSI is a pound shot Wilder. Fucking hell. Show some respect to Deontay Wilder. Jesus Christ almighty. It is what it is. Tom Smith says, I got a big bet on Tommy. I had a decent bet on him to beat Jake Paul. I'm not expecting it to be as close tonight. I always picked Tommy Fury to beat Jake Paul, as you know. I went for Tommy Fury on points. I always thought Tommy Fury would beat Jake Paul. And it is what it is, isn't it? Yeah, I know Michael very well. No, that's a rephrase that I don't know Michael, but I've seen Michael Page in person many times. Michael Page is a very nice guy. Michael Page is a very good guy. I've got a lot of time for him, and I've seen him away from the cameras in person very, 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 very many times. So that's all I'll say about that. So I know a lot. I've seen Michael Page away from the cameras, and he's a very nice guy and a humble guy. He doesn't walk around giving it the big I am or anything like that. He's very, very nice guy, actually. Michael Page, got a lot of time for him. Good guy. I actually met Alex Reed as well. And Alex Reed is a really nice guy as well. No, he's another one. He's actually a really nice guy, humble guy. They're not from what I've seen of them, they don't walk around the gym giving it the sort of the big I am and all that. And I can tell you honestly, I'll tell you right now, I've been in the same gym as Michael Page many times, and he's super cool dude. Doesn't walk around, doesn't give it the big I am. You wouldn't even know he was there, to be honest with you. You wouldn't even know Page was in the gym. You just get some of it, get someone teaching people, and he gets someone with doing his job. And there's no flash, nothing. Half the time he was in the gym, I didn't even know he was in there, to be honest, until after the session was over. Super cool guy, man. Super cool guy. And the same with Alex Reed. Alex Reed's another guy. He's a really, really good guy, Alex Reed. Let's have a look. JBO says KSI has some sneaky power, but I'd be surprised if he's able to land it on Tommy. We'll have to wait and see. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just waiting for these main events now. Let's see if they've got Michael Benson got any news for us. Let's see what's going on. I'm supposed to have an IFL TV page as well. Let's see what's going on. If there's any news on IFL TV. So there's Eddie Hearn. He's at the event tonight, yeah? So Eddie Hearn's at the event tonight. We know Tyson Fury's at the event tonight. Just trying to see if there's any actual boxing news that's coming up. What else is coming up? Fabio Wardley versus David Adelaide, by the way. Before we crack on with tonight's events, for anybody who cares, is going to be for the British title. For those of you who don't know, the BBOC are going to license, that fight's going to take place under jurisdiction. Excuse me. That fight is going to take place under BBOC jurisdiction. So the BBOC will be flying out, and that fight will be under BBOC jurisdiction. So even though the fight's taking place in Saudi Arabia, it will be run by the British Boxing Board of Control. Thus, the British title will be on the line. So fair play to Frank Warren. He's delivering British title fights to Riyadh. So all the titles on the line. Those two meet next week in a press conference, Wardley and Adelaide. And hopefully they're both on their best behavior. Well, I'm sure they will be, because Frank Warren does not want any more BS to be happening. You know, the fight nearly got fucking called off the first time because of Adelaide's antics. So they'll be absolutely keen, yeah, to make sure that nothing happens. So get ready for that. Yeah, we'll get ready for that soon. So yeah, I'm just waiting to see. I think, you know, sometimes I think I've lost it, you know, because sometimes when I do these shows now, I don't have anything funny to say, to be honest with you, to pass the time like I used to. But it is what it is. You know, I can see, you know, I tell you what, LD Phoenix says, I can see Tommy beating KSI and losing by Misfits robbery. I wouldn't write any of this shit off. I mean, Misfits is, you know, and it's regulated by the PBA. Who the fuck are the PBA? Do you know what I mean? Like, as far as I'm concerned, anything can happen on these fucking cards, to be honest with you. Anything can happen on these fucking cards. Milan is saying Tyson is watching KSI wrap his hands. What? Who cares of this? Jake Paul and Deji have clashed backstage on the... Who cares about this? Who cares about this stuff? No one cares about that. Callum is saying KSI got nothing to say while Fury's in there. Tony says David is another DDD waiting to happen. He's going to quit hard enough. Yo, you reckon he's going to quit? Nah. Come on, man. He's from Ladbroke Grove, man. Come on, Tony. Ladbroke Grove, massive, man. I don't think David Adele's got like Daniel Dubois. I think David Adele will take his licks. I hope I'm right, you know, because I don't think he can beat Fabio Wardley. To be honest with you, I think Fabio Wardley is going to stop David Adele when they fight. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But I honestly think that David Adelaide is going to get stopped in that fight. And I like David Adelaide, but I'm just being honest with you. I think he'll get stopped. But you got to think you'll see it out. You've got to, innit? After all that trash talk, he can't be another Triple D, surely. Oh, Jesus Christ. Callum is saying, Eddie said on Talk Sport that AJ versus Wilder could be in March. Do you know what? You guys talking about this. Do you know how bad? Talk about how bad my channel's falling. Look at this. What is this shit? Can you fucking believe this shit that we're seeing now on IFL TV? I've never seen anything like it before. They've got Michelle Joy Phelps on IFL TV arguing with Ellie Brooks' sister, Emily Brooke. Look at this. Michelle Joy Phelps. Man, look. Allow YouTube. Michelle Joy Phelps calls out OnlyFans friend. I'll go back because I'm not going to watch the video. But Michelle Joy Phelps is calling out Emily Brooks for an OnlyFans fight on Misfits. I mean, like, what the fuck is going on with IFL TV, innit? You're in dire straits, innit? When you're relying on, you know, Michelle Joy Phelps' OnlyFans, yeah, to try and drum up the viewers. I mean, you know it's over, don't you? I mean, I've got to be careful what kind of comments I make about Michelle Joy Phelps. Because, like I said, I ain't looking to get cancelled. I mean, I hear she's got a lot of people subscribing to her OnlyFans. I mean, fair play to Michelle Joy Phelps if she's getting a lot of men to subscribe to her OnlyFans. I'm going to give you my honest opinion, yeah? Without being rude, Michelle Joy Phelps' face has changed an awful lot in the last 4 or 5 years. Like, it's changed an awful lot, you know? I'll let you decide if that's for the worse or the better. But her face has changed an awful lot. I tell you what, let me, without saying it, give me a sec. Without saying it, 'cause I don't want to get in trouble, but I'm not going to tell you what I think Michelle Joy Fox looks like, but I'm going to show you what I think Michelle Joy Fox looks like. So if you look at the right-hand side of the screen, to me, press 1 if you agree with me that there is an absolutely uncanny resemblance between the photo on the left and the photo on the right. I'm just being honest with you, man. Like, like it's an absolutely uncanny, innit? As Logan Paul is coming to the ring to get his fight with Danis. Here he comes, man. He's got his brother with him, walking him to the ring, and Lord knows who else and whatnot. Anyway, yeah. What do you think, though? It's just the same, innit? Like, dead sets interchangeable. Jesus Christ, it's uncanny, innit? But each to their own, innit? If that's what people want to pay for on OnlyFans, then they're welcome to do so. But you know, it is what it is, yeah. Right, you guys like that joke. That's the first decent joke I've come up with tonight, innit? But the night's still young. Right, we've got 106 people in here and only 30 likes. If a few of you would like to hit the like button, please feel free to hit the like button. Logan Paul is coming to the ring. So it's the first fight of the night, man. Logan Paul is coming to the ring. Obviously, the man works WWE week in, week out. So big crowds ain't a big deal to Logan Paul. So it is what it is. So he certainly won't be, you'd think he's not going to be overawed by the occasion. He's certainly used to getting in the ring with big crowds. He's been in big fights before, but he's never won a fight. Can he get over the line tonight? He's never, ever won a fight. I think this has got to be a knockout, surely, because this Dylan Danis guy, everything we've seen so far from Dylan Danis makes us think that this guy cannot box eggs, unfortunately. Didn't Logan get his eye cut during a face-off? He got his eye cut 2 days ago. Dylan smashed him with a microphone. He chucked the microphone in his face from point blank range and cut his eye open. Legit as well. No fake shit. You can see his eye bleed straight away. Luckily, the cut's on the side of his face. It's not actually on the eye. It's on the side of his face. So it's not going to be streaming into his eye. It shouldn't really affect the fight. But yeah, didn't Danis just smash the microphone in this man's face? There's Tyson Fury in KSI's dressing room, watching him get his hands wrapped. Tyson Fury knows all about, hand wraps, didn't he? From that little trip to Germany against Mr. Vladimir Klitschko. So he knows everything, didn't he? Tyson Fury about what to look for hand wraps, didn't he? He's been there before, isn't he? The great Vladimir Klitschko. The great Vladimir Klitschko, who tried to get his hands wrapped without anybody seeing him. John Fury and Mick Hennessy said, hold on a minute. The fuck has he got his hand wraps on for? We haven't even seen him. Take them off. What a night of boxing that was. Take them off. Take them off, Vlad. We didn't even see you put your hand wraps on. What a night that was. Yeah? What a night. A world title fight in Vladimir Klitschko's backyard on a bouncy castle with dodgy hand wraps. Okay? The so-called Hall of Fame champion. I wonder how many other fighters stepped to the ring of Vladimir Klitschko, had to fight on a spongy ring. And I wonder how many other fights Vladimir Klitschko had where nobody saw him get his hands wrapped either. Strange that, isn't it? Fucking strange that. The spongy ring. Who could forget? Who could forget the great Lennox Lewis trying to shadow box in that ring and then sinking fucking 6 feet under? Do you know what I mean? Who can remember that? And he needed lifeguards to come out and pull Lennox Lewis out the fucking ring. He sank that deep into it. Milan saying national anthems on a Misfits card. We are scraping the barrel, aren't we? We are scraping the barrel here. But it is what it is. Look, it is what it is. Boxing Classics, look, I mean, Boxing Classics HQ is saying, come on, Dylan. He wants Dylan Danis to win. Let me turn on the mic. Logan's eyes all blacked up. It's all cut. We'll have to wait and see. Logan's got to win this fight. He's huge. He's boxed before. He's huge. I mean, there is no way, with all due respect, if you know anything about professional wrestling, then you know that literally 90% of those guys are on some form of performance enhancers. It's almost like a requisite for getting somewhere in the WWE, because Vince McMahon has always preferred bodybuilders. Vince McMahon was an amateur bodybuilder himself. If you've seen pictures of Vince McMahon, you know Vince McMahon was big into steroids, a big bodybuilder. The WWE was involved in a very, very serious steroid scandal about 20, 30 years ago, which nearly actually put Vince McMahon out of business. All right. And so there was a whole fucking thing. So Vince McMahon has always preferred big roided up guys to push in the WWE. So it's pretty much a given that if you are in the WWE, right, it's pretty much a given that you are on some form of performance enhancing drugs. So look, we know with Logan Paul, like, we know, we have a good idea of what's going on when they're with Logan Paul. But listen, his opponents will be doing the same thing as well. Tony says steroids doesn't make you fight good, and if you're on the wrong roids, you're going to gas out extremely fast due to your body fat being too low. Which name on Misfits am I thinking of when Tony says this, guys? Put the name in the chat. Who does this name on Misfits make you think of? Might be somebody who boxed tonight. If you're on the wrong roids, you're going to gas out extremely fast due to your body fat percentage being too low. I don't know, could be wrong. Somebody in the ring tonight didn't look themselves, did they? somebody came in the ring tonight and it didn't look like themselves at all. I'll leave you to work out who it is. But look, yeah, roids. Look, it is what it is. They give you strength in it, but they can't give you boxing ability. I wouldn't know. I've never touched a performance enhancer ever. I wouldn't know. I've never taken, genuinely. If I had, I'll tell you, because I've never had a fight, but I've never ever taken a performance enhancer of any kind in my life. Right. They are singing the national anthems. It is what it is. Let's have a look here. Yeah, Crazy D3 says this bird is milking this national anthem. It's embarrassing, isn't it? I mean, Jesus. The way they're going on is terrible, isn't it? It's Misfits. How many rounds are they even doing? They're like, what are they doing? Like fucking three 1 minute rounds or some shit. What are they even doing on Misfits? Are they even doing free freeze here? If you're not doing free freeze, there's no need for national anthems. Press one if you agree with me on that, innit? If you're not doing free freeze at the minimum, then there's no need for a national anthem. Even I did free freeze this week. And I didn't get, where's my national anthem? I did free freeze this week. You ain't doing free freeze, there's no national anthem. Crazy D3 said this is 6 threes. Ooh, boy. 6 threes, yeah? Not 6 twos. They're doing 6 threes in there, yeah? Not 6 twos. Okay. Right, now we got to hear from the fucking referee and shit. Now, what time is it? It is, look at this, look. It's 10 to 11 at night. And these two haven't even got going yet. So I don't want to hear no more bullshit about Frank Warren cards. No more stories about Frank Warren cards taking too long. But they just been in the ring, yeah, for fucking nearly 11 o'clock down in Manchester, and we still ain't got the main event going. It's a joke. JBO says they've been calling these fights. I know, I've heard they've been calling them for the Misfits World title and shit. It's cringeworthy. It is absolutely cringeworthy. Callum says it's going to be nearly midnight for KSI versus Fury. Tony says Logan Paul looks like the newest member of Snack. Oh, come on, man. I won't have any Victor Conte slander on this channel. Listen, I think this year is an easy fight, surely for Logan Paul. If he can't beat this guy who ain't a boxer, who clearly can't box, right, and who's clearly about fucking 3 weight classes below him, if he can't beat this guy, honestly, I like Logan Paul, but get a divorce, and then fucking that's it. Retire from Misfits, man. Stick to WWE. He's a superb wrestler. He is a very, very good wrestler. If you've ever seen Logan Paul wrestle, he's really good. He is really good. Honestly, he's very good. You're telling me who's a better wrestler, Logan Paul or Hulk Hogan? Logan Paul has more technical ability than Hulk Hogan. Logan Paul was a better wrestler than the Ultimate Warrior. Not a bigger star, but in terms of in-ring ability, got better in-ring ability than Warrior and Hogan and shit. He's a good wrestler. Stick to wrestling if you get beat. He's very good, LD Phoenix. I couldn't believe how good he was when I saw him, Logan Paul, when I saw bits of him on Twitter, doing the acrobatics and high flying. I mean, he's gifted. I couldn't believe it. Dylan Danis has got the look of it. Look on his face like he knows. What do you guys think? What's going on here? Hold on, something's going on. It looks like Logan don't want to do the face-off. One sec.
Maybe he's also trying to play a little mind game.
What's going on here? Logan don't want to do the face-off or something. What's going on here? Dylan Danis has got the look of it. Look on his face of a man who's about to be KO'd. I think he knows. He's still trying to get in his head. We'll see. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about Dylan Danis, man? I ain't feeling it, you know. It is what it is. All right, here we go. It's win or bust, our first main event of the evening. I apologize for this awful show, guys. It ain't the greatest show of all time, but it is what it is. Let's. Logan Paul looks, Jesus Christ. Okay, so Logan Paul's blowing kisses at his girlfriend in the corner. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's go. I'm waiting for the bell. All right, here we go. The bell goes. Round one. Logan Paul, great start from Logan Paul. He nearly trips himself up, for fuck's sake. Dylan Danis might actually be a better boxer than we thought, you know, to be honest. You know, I'm just wondering here. Dylan Danis is walking in with a very high guard, yeah? So you know what he wants to do? He wants to get close to Logan Paul and start letting the shots go, which is a very, very good tactic. Now, you can see Logan Paul trying to use his reach, and he's just throwing that little flicker jab out, trying to gain distance. But right now, if you look at the pace of the fight, it's actually a good pace of the fight for Dylan Danis, because what's happening is Logan Paul's backing up straight away, and Dylan Danis is being the aggressor. So if you look at terms of, you know, who's been more economic with the movement, is actually Dylan Danis so far, because Dylan Danis has got Logan Paul moving backwards. Let's have a look here. Jab or right hand to the body there from Logan Paul. I'm interested to see if Logan Paul's gassy in this fight, because you know what? I'd say he's a lot bigger in this fight. He's a lot bigger than Dylan Danis, but to me, Danis looks a lot more relaxed than Paul does. I'm not saying he's winning. Logan Paul's clearly winning this first round. But what do you guys think? Press one if you agree and press two if you disagree with me. I'm actually surprised at Dylan Danis for one or two things. Here's what I'm surprised about. One, his actual footwork's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And two, this is a 6-round fight. Logan Paul's throwing a lot of punches in there. It's almost like an amateur boxing fight, Logan Paul. Look at his punch output. Look, and he's skirting around the ring and he's throwing a lot of jab right hands, and he looks tight to me. And I think, like I said before, it'd be interesting to see what happens if this fight goes rounds. What do you guys think? So far, Dylan Danis doing the right thing. He's laughing at Logan Paul. Logan Paul's landing good shots. He's winning the fight. But Dylan Danis is actually walking him down in a high guard. And again, the move is to just put pressure on Logan Paul because they think he's going to gas. And you know what? I have to say, when Logan Paul gets to the ropes, I agree with John Smith. When Logan Paul's back touches the ropes, his hands... Oh, it was a good check left hook by Dylan Danis. That's the first decent shot he's landed. Logan Paul is 100% tensed up. And you can see how... Can you see how tense... Press one if you can see how tense Logan Paul is when he's punching. You can see he's all jacked up. I can't remember the fucking term. He's winding up. He's all jacked up when he's throwing punches. It's not good for a 6-round fight, you know. It ain't good for a 6-round fight to do that. He's definitely not relaxed. A lovely right hand by Logan Paul right down the guard. And Dylan Danis eats it and keeps coming forward. This is interesting. I find it interesting because Danis is still moving forward. Feels like he can take the power here. We've got 23 seconds left to go in round one. It's clearly a Logan Paul round. But I'll be concerned, you know, about Logan Paul because he's been bouncing around on his feet. He's been covering the ring a lot. He's been throwing a lot of punches. And like I said before, one thing you got to watch for in boxing is when you get one guy trying to punch the other guy off him. Do you know what makes sense? Like you're trying to punch the other guy off you, trying to punch the other guy away from you. Instead of controlling the fight, does that make sense? Instead of making it miss, using angles, you know, slipping, turning, makes sense. When you're trying to punch the other guy, when the guy's walking you down and you're trying to punch yourself out of trouble, you can punch yourself into trouble very, very quickly. It's a very, very good round from Logan Paul. But Dylan Danis, yeah, that ain't what I was expecting from him. His defense actually a little bit better than I thought. His footwork's a bit better than I thought. And he's going to get a lot of confidence from that first round because, like I said before, he's walking him down. If you're in that corner, if you're in that Dylan Danis corner right now, right, you'll be thinking, actually, we've got a shot here. If we can land something, if we can land one shot, we've actually got something. Because you can see the plan from Danis. Danis is going to walk himself into punching range, and then he's going to punch at the same time as Logan Paul. Press 7 if you'd agree with me on that. I can see what he's going to try and do. He's going to try and walk Logan Paul down. And as he walks Logan Paul down, because Logan Paul's going to panic, Logan Paul's going to try and punch himself out of trouble. And when he throws, you can see Danis already doing it, the left hook. He's going to throw it at the same time as Logan Paul. Try and catch him with something and see what happens. That's what he's going to do. He's going to look for one shot. 2 minutes 50 to go in the second round. Let's see how good Logan Paul's output is. See, you see Logan Paul snatching at his punches. Doesn't look like there's much on the punches in this 6th round. He's snatching at his punches. He doesn't look like he's breathing great either when he's punching. I can't see. He looks really tense. His mouth's beginning to open. Danis is backing him up into a corner. Danis is looking for that one big shot. You can see it every single time. Danis is going to look to back him up and punch when he punches. I'm interested in Logan Paul's physique because he does look like he's beginning to gas to me. But I could be completely wrong here. Logan Paul throws a jab to the body. Head comes right over the front foot. He's gassed. You can see his mouth wide open, Logan Paul. He's a nice, Logan Paul is a really nice guy, yeah? But he doesn't know how to relax in the boxing ring at all. And you can see there's nothing on these punches. Dylan Danis is actually laughing at him in the middle of the ring right now. And then Danis puts the pressure on him, backs him right up. And you see what happens? You see what happens when Logan Paul gets backed up? He starts throwing. You see that? As soon as he gets backed up, he starts trying to punch himself out of the corner. Mate, you will get taken out doing that against someone who can punch. Watch out. Every time Logan Paul gets put in the corner, he tries to punch himself out of the corner. Bro, you will walk onto something doing that. 1 minute 30 to go in round 6. It's a Logan Paul round because Dylan Danis hasn't landed anything yet. But the potential's there here for Danis to land one shot. Danis, look, walks him down. Logan Paul there was escaped the corner. Danis is just walking through everything he's got at the minute. But can he actually land something of his own? Danis is just walking through him. Danis tries to land an overhand right, and Paul misses it, and Paul avoids it. Danis needs to get involved and get stuck in here. 1 minute to go in round 2. I'm interested in this fight. I'm definitely interested in this fight. I don't know why Dylan Danis ain't putting no pressure on Logan Paul. Logan Paul looked gassy. Danis is playing to the crowd. Logan Paul's landed some good scoring shots, good jabs to the body. Danis is playing to the crowd. I don't know if he's trying to cover the fact that he's been hurt or something, but it's bizarre. I mean, he's getting Paul to the areas of the ring where he wants to, but he's not throwing punches. Oh, it was a good little counter right hook there from Paul. Yeah, he did hurt him. Yeah, he's hurt. It was a good counter right hand from Logan Paul. And now he's absolutely emptying the gas tank on Danis. He is throwing everything on Danis. Danis is in the corner. Oh, my God. He's taking all kinds of shots that are going through the guard. Logan Paul's got to end this fight now. Otherwise, he's going to gas. He is throwing the kitchen sink at Danis. Danis is staying in there and taking it, though. My God. Danis took absolutely everything Logan Paul had there. The high guard wasn't too bad. What do you think? Big round from Logan Paul. Danis got a little bit too close and he fell over himself. And Logan Paul landed a looping right hook up on the inside. Landed a looping right hook that landed flush on the side of the head. And it hurt him. Boxing Classic says, has Danis been paid not to throw? I don't think the fight's been fixed yet, but it is absolutely bizarre that Dylan Danis is getting Logan Paul in the exact areas that he needs him to be in the ring. Dylan Danis is doing everything right other than throwing punches. I don't understand why he's not throwing punches. He's backing Logan Paul up. He's getting him into the corners. He's making him overwork. All he now needs to do is punch at the same time as Logan Paul, and he didn't. But we'll have to wait and see because Logan Paul emptied the tank in that round. I don't know what you guys think there. I mean, Logan Paul absolutely emptied the tank. He threw every punch in the book at Danis there. And some of them got through the guard, but Danis stood and took them. Let's see how he feels. Let's see Logan Paul in this. Logan Paul definitely there to me. He just threw everything at him there. This is going to be a very, I think this round's the fight right now. This is going to decide the fight right now. Let's see if Dylan Danis has got anything left. Let's see if he's willing to come forward and throw punches or if he's going to try and survive. Danis, to me, looks hurt. He looks hurt and he looks genuinely tentative, Dylan Danis now. It looks like it's not an act. Like he looks genuinely hurt and tentative. Jab from Logan Paul just gets through the guard. You can see Danis' left eye is marked up. But he's still pushing forward. He's throwing these ridiculous jabs which shouldn't be allowed. I don't know. What kind of jab is that from Dylan Danis? What kind of jab is that? He's almost like throwing fucking flick jabs. I mean, this is ridiculous, bro. Come on, man. It's a boxing ring. You got to box, man. Or referee should throw this dude out, man. It's ridiculous. This kind of stuff does make the sport look like a mockery. When you've got people getting in a ring, throwing jabs like that. That's ridiculous. Almost backhands. You're throwing backhands at him. I mean, the size difference between the two of them is absolutely massive. Dylan Danis is continuing to try and walk himself into Logan Paul. But is he going to throw at the same time Logan Paul throws? Because that was a good uppercut from Logan Paul. That was nice. That was nice. A laid back left uppercut from Logan Paul landed flush. That was nice. And a good jab from Logan Paul. Paul's actually looking a bit more relaxed, to be honest, in this round. Looking a bit more relaxed. 1 minute 35. Dylan Danis, I need to see him start throwing punches, man. Callum is saying fight or stop the fight. The performance from Danis is starting to get a little bit embarrassing. To be honest with you, it's starting to get truly embarrassing. Oh my gosh, he's laying down on the floor. What's he doing, Dylan Danis? What the fuck is he doing? See, this kind of stuff is going to make Misfits look like a joke. What's he doing? Did he? Can someone tell me? Did he take a count or something? Tony, Dylan Danis in the middle of the ring got down and laid on his back in the middle of the ring. I shit you not, Tony. Dylan Danis in the middle of the ring just laid down and lied on his back for no reason and then got up again. What's he doing? Like, if you're going to go in there and survive, go in there and survive. But don't go in there and try and do that stuff. Proper embarrassing, man. Oh, I see. It was a jiu-jitsu thing. It was a jiu-jitsu thing. Right, I understand. He invited him to come and have a roll with him on the floor in the middle of the fight. This is bad. This ain't good for boxing. But we'll watch it. We'll finish watching it anyway because we've got the main event coming up soon. Oh. Is Dylan going to throw a punch? Just throw a punch, man. What the fuck is going on? Guys, would you say this is one of the worst main events you've seen this year on any card? This is going to go down. If these two don't stop fighting soon, and do you know the thing is about this card? Both of them are going to get heat. Logan Paul ain't going to get no credit from this. Unless Logan Paul gets a highlight reel knockout, he ain't going to get no credit for this. This is a dreadful, dreadful contest, you know? And it's not all Logan Paul's fight, but it's dreadful because what you've got is you've got a situation where you've got a gassed Logan Paul on the back foot trying to hide behind the jab, even though he's a much bigger man. So it looks absolutely terrible because what you've got is you've got Logan Paul, a guy who's twice the size of Dylan Danis, yeah? And clearly up to his eyeballs in it. He's now on the back foot, skating around the back foot, hiding behind the jab, trying to avoid getting hit. You've got Dylan Danis who's running around the ring, who's actually pressuring Logan Paul and putting him in the corners, but then he refuses to throw a punch. When he does throw punches, he throws these fucking Karate Kid style backhands, which looks like he's going to do a wax on, wax off. And then he literally lays down in the middle of the ring on his back and invites Logan Paul to come in for a fucking roll. This kind of stuff is bad for boxing. This kind of stuff does make boxing look like shit. And unfortunately, this is the main event. And this is the stuff that people are going to remember, you know. Now, I'm being serious now. If I was in Logan Paul's corner, I'm going to tell this guy, look, if you've got any intention of continuing to box, yeah, on high-profile cards for big money, then you need to go out and take this guy out, you know. Because if you don't take this guy out, right, it's going to make you look terrible. Oh, Dylan Danis exchanged the first punch he's exchanged. And again, he throws when Logan Paul's throwing. Good left hook from Dylan Danis. Listen, when he throws punches, he can land the shots. You know, Logan Paul's there. When you back Logan Paul up into a corner, you know he's going to throw. Time him as he throws. You know, as soon as you back him into a corner, he's going to throw the right hand because he tries to punch himself out of the corner because he doesn't have great footwork. So he's trying to punch himself out the corner. So when he tries to throw, you throw at the same time. The fucking left and right hook's there. Danis looks like he actually might be giving it a go. With 2 minutes 20 to go in round 4. Is he going to start throwing punches? Logan Paul's gassed. And there's nothing wrong with that. But Logan Paul absolutely gassed off his peanut, man. Is Danis going to go in now and take the risk? You know what he's there for. When he throws his right hand, come back across with the left hand. Can you roll a shot? Can you roll a left hook? Left hook would be a good shot for him. Because when Logan Paul's throwing his right hand, you see his left hand goes right behind his waist. Just look at Logan Paul's left hand. Logan Paul's left hand is so far by his waist, he could tie his own shoelaces mid-fight. I mean, he's basically given up any sort of form of defense because he's so tired. So Dylan Danis has now got him backed up in the corner. Can you feint him? Can you throw a shot? Make him commit. He'll throw the right hand, fall over the right hand, coming back across with your left hook. You're there. You got him where you want him. Now, can you feint him and get him to come in? You see it there. Paul backed up in the corner. Paul throws a right hand. Danis just backs up. Doesn't time him. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm right or wrong about what happens when Logan Paul gets in the corner? For me, there's a clear pattern. Every time Dylan Danis backs him up in the corner, he throws that overhand right straight away to get out of trouble. He tries to punch himself out of trouble with the overhand right. Feint the shot, get him to overcommit, and then come back across. Oh, good shot there from Danis. Carry it on. I think Danis landed an uppercut or a left hook or something, but it looked like he landed something, and then he backs off him. The fuck is going on, man? 55 seconds left in round 4. Logan Paul's done in this fight. He's got 2 more rounds of survival. He's got nothing left on his punches. He's done. He's hiding behind his jab. He's clearly done. If Danis decides to put it on him, he can do something in this fight. Danis is backing him up into the corners. Logan Paul's walking around with his hands behind his waist. Logan Paul throwing jabs to the body. Dylan Danis is letting him get free shot after free shot. There's no counters. No counters. No counters. 25 seconds left to go in round 4. And again, Danis backed up Logan Paul in the corner. As soon as Logan Paul got to the corner, he threw a triple jab right hand. The pattern's there. Every single time you back this man up into the corner, he's going to throw the right hand. And Logan Paul's so gassed as he's throwing his right hand, his head is dipping so far over his front foot. It's unbelievable. Jesus. This is one of the most frustrating fights I've ever seen. Milan says, commentator says, Logan looks so fresh he could do another 10 rounds. No chance. I do like Logan Paul, right? But I do think that this needs to be his last fight in boxing. What do you guys think? Press 1 of you, agree, press 2. Like, Logan Paul just doesn't have it. He doesn't have it, unfortunately. He's good at wrestling. He's very, very athletic. He's very, very built. But hand on heart, yeah, Logan Paul doesn't have it to box. He doesn't have it in him to box. Like, he's in with a guy who's half his size. He's up to his eyeballs. He's clearly the power puncher, yeah? And to put on a performance like that, do you know what I mean? I mean, the way Logan Paul's boxing, he's boxing like he's in the ring of Deontay Wilder. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Do you guys agree with me, innit? The way that Logan Paul's boxing, it's embarrassing. He's boxing like he's in the ring of Deontay fucking Wilder. You're the big man. You're the puncher. You've got the height advantage. You've got the reach advantage. And now, for the last, couple of rounds, he's skirting around the ring trying to survive behind a pity-patter jab. And his opponent won't throw punches. I mean, I don't know what's going on. He doesn't have it. I have to say that. I like Logan Paul a lot, but he doesn't have it. He's just not a fighter. He's not a fighter. Right, Logan Paul starts off with a double jab right hand, which was picked off by Dylan Danis. 2 minutes 40 to go in round 5. Nobody wins this fight. Nobody wins this fight at all. This is going to go down as one of the worst fights, yeah, that's ever graced the Manchester Arena. It truly is. It's just a cash grab of the fucking highest order, you know? Let Logan Paul have the decision and then call it a day. Because this is truly embarrassing. Dylan Danis is now standing in the corner inviting Logan Paul to throw punches. And Dylan Danis throws a left hook and he lands it clean on the top of Logan Paul's head because Logan Paul's been keeping that left hand down. So he throws a right hook and lands it clean on Logan Paul's head because, you know, Logan Paul's been having his hands down all fight. Boxing Classic says, for all the hype, it's awful, but it's one of the worst fights I've ever seen. Let's carry on and watch it to the finish. It's genuinely dreadful. Genuinely, like, after all the hype and build-up, it's appalling. But let's see. Dylan Danis for a very, very nice right hook there, and he missed it. Good duck and sway from Logan Paul. And Logan Paul does the Billy Joe Saunders, Floyd Mayweather look into the crowd. But it's still embarrassing. But that was good. That was a bit of intent from Dylan Danis, which we've been missing. Hold on, let me just plug this in because hold on a minute. My DAZN is going a bit funny. Here we go, a bit better. Right, so 1 minute 24 in round 5. Callum says even Fraser Clark versus Dave Allen is better than this. I have to say it might be. Dylan Danis, every time he shows you little glimpses of hope that he's actually going to get in there and start a fight, and then he backs off again. Right hand from Logan Paul misses. 1 minute to go in round 5. Both of these two are looking to survive in the ring. Because as far as Dylan Danis is concerned, if he survives, he's won this fight. Does that make sense? His job is to come in and not get stopped. That's all Dylan Danis wants to do. He wants to come in and not get stopped. All this fucking talk about, I'm going to, avenge my misses and all that. None of that's happened tonight. Truly embarrassing stuff. 40 seconds to go in round 5. John Smith says Joe Joyce versus Ustinov is better than this. This is truly dreadful stuff. Right, sorry about this. Hopefully the main event can be a lot better. Just get this fight over and done with me. And I wouldn't even call it a spar, to be honest with you. It does look like a spar. It makes you wonder. I had a light spar, last Tuesday down in the gym. I did 3 threes. Were we trying to knock each other out? No. Am I shit? Yes. But I can tell you this now. I threw punches with more intent than Dylan Danis did in that. No question about it. No question about it. They agreed if Danis shows up, they'll do a rematch in MMA. What the fuck is this? Absolute nonsense. Let's have a look and see what people think about it online. Sorry. Who's winning? Logan Paul's won this fight, 100%. Logan Paul has won this fight. Dylan Danis has done absolutely nothing. Logan Paul's won every single round, but Logan Paul's done pretty much nothing himself. I mean, the whole thing is a charade, to be honest with you. Trying to get my my Twitter search up here so I can do a search and find out what people are thinking of the fight. But it's embarrassing because Dylan Danis had the potential to make this a lot more of a fight than what it could have been. Because I do think Logan Paul was a bit for the taking in this fight. I don't know what you guys think about that. I think Dylan Danis had a real chance to do something in this fight, but it was what it was. We'll have to wait and see. I'm just trying to see what people think about it, but it's not good. It's absolutely not good at all. Right, we're in the last round of this absolute shitfest. One of the worst fights of the year, without any question. I mean, genuinely, you will see better spars in any... I mean, like I said before, if Tommy Fury and KSI have a good main event, yeah, then Misfits is going to come out of this looking okay. Oh, Logan Paul's coming out looking like he might want to try and get a stoppage here. But let me tell you something right now, yeah? If Tommy Fury comes out and smashes KSI, Misfits boxing is going to be a laughing stock because these two main events have been atrocious. A good little right hook there from Dylan Danis, but it just misses. But at least he's actually trying to throw punches and show some intent. You've got Greg Paul, who's Jake Paul's father, who's sort of living every punch with his son. Mate, your son's in the ring with somebody half his size, mate. Your son is in the ring with somebody half his fucking size, mate. He's in the ring with someone half his size and he's boxing him like he's boxing a prime Joel McLennan. Like, it's embarrassing, man. Games You Love says Jake Paul beats Logan Paul. I think so. Jake Paul's in another league to these two. Jake Paul is in another league to both of these. Oh, it was a good counter right hook there from Dylan Danis, but it just missed. But a bit of intent there. Good counter right hook from Dylan Danis lands. But that's what you should have been doing from the get-go, though. Every single time Paul's throwing, oh my God. Dylan Danis is trying to take down Logan Paul in the middle of the ring. This. Do you know what? Where's Tony? I apologize, for covering this, Oh my God. This is absolutely diabolical. This is absolutely diabolical. Do you know that? Like, this is absolutely diabolical. Like, this is one of the worst cards I've ever seen. Ben Shalom, if you're listening, I apologize, Ben Shalom. No, I truly apologize because you know what? Seriously, Ben Shalom, if you're listening, yeah, you can have Adam Azim promoting fights in car parks as much as you want from now on, because this is truly what Kanasawaland is delivering to us here up on these British shores. This is the worst thing to arrive here on British shores, yeah, since the fucking German Luftwaffe. This is just absolutely horrific. This is absolutely horrific stuff, of the highest fucking caliber, man. Talking about worse things to come, yeah, to British shores. The last thing to come to British shores that was this fucking bad, yeah, was the fucking Luftwaffe coming in the sky. That's how bad this was. Britain ain't had it bad. We ain't had it so bad in this country since fucking rationing. Rationing. This is absolutely the worst fight. Shut this shit down. It's a fucking clown show. Get to the main event. Logan Paul should never be allowed in a boxing ring ever again, man. You got in a ring with somebody fucking half your size, yeah, and you fucking ran around the ring. I'm not being, and you know me, I love, oh my God, what the fuck? Dylan Danis trying to put him down in a fucking headlock. And now security's getting involved. And now Danis is throwing punches. What the fuck is going on here? What? What the living fuck is going on in the ring? Mass brawl in the ring. This is a disgrace. Let me see if we can get some pictures up. Absolute carnage in the ring. Dylan Danis should never be allowed in a boxing ring ever again. That's the end of his whole career. He should never, ever, ever be allowed in a boxing ring again. And nor should Logan Paul. You got a bunch of untrained fighters in the ring that are making a sport. And you know what? Do you know what it is? Everybody in boxing is going to look at this show tonight. I'm so glad I'm covering this live. Everybody's going to look at this shit show tonight and they are going to absolutely rip this shit apart, you know. Press one if you agree with me, press two if you disagree. You do not want to miss the post-fight, yeah? My post-fight to this card. I'm serious, man. This stuff is a legit embarrassment to boxing, man. You've got a bunch of roided up guys in the ring, right? With fuck all testing to begin with, right? And then you've got guys trying to armbar each other in the fucking ring. Guys trying to do jiu-jitsu in the ring. You've got mass brawls. People laying down on the floor mid-fight. You know what? Honestly, for Logan Paul, it looks terrible for Logan Paul. Would you agree with that? Can I ask you a question? Do you think Logan Paul goes home tonight to his wife and thinks, yeah, I've avenged you? What do you guys think? Do you think Logan Paul gets to go back to the hotel room with his wife tonight and say, yeah, I've avenged you. I've proved I'm the better man than Dylan Danis? Fucking hell, that was a Mickey Mouse fight. And Dylan Danis is a disgrace. What the fuck is going on? Jake Paul's in the ring trying to fight everybody. It's not even funny. Milan says, may as well watch WWE. Well, listen, I'd pay good money to see Stone Cold Steve Austin come in the ring and start fucking Stone Cold stunning everybody. To be honest with you, that's about the only thing that can save this garbage card right now. Is a prime Steve Austin coming into the ring, yeah, to the glass breaking and giving every one of these jabronis a Stone Cold Stunner and then fucking clotheslining them all off the top rope. I'm serious. This is shit. This is absolute horse manure, man. Horse manure. And you know what? I was willing to give Misfits a chance, you know, because I thought, well, you know what? They promote the fights well. These guys are entertaining. Who gives a shit if they can't box for toffee? These guys are entertaining. They're bringing eyes to the sport of boxing. Yeah, I like the way they promote themselves. A lot of them are very, very interesting characters inside of the ring and outside of the ring. But when it comes time to actually box, you got to box. Does that make sense what I'm saying? I don't mind the stuff outside of the ring, like the shouting, the slagging off, you know, the people's wives, you know, saying that someone's wife's a whore and all this kind of stuff. John Fury having fights with Perspex Glass and threatening to bum people and telling people to suck his dick. I don't mind any of that stuff. The post-fight stuff, I don't care about. Promote the card however you want, yeah? But when it's time to box, yeah, you've got to have some respect and actually fucking box. That is an absolute disgrace, man. You've got the guy and he tried to put Logan Paul in a fucking armbar. Legit as well. He legit tried to put him in a fucking armbar. What are we watching? He tried to put the man in a fucking armbar in the last round. Jesus fucking Christ. This is what happens when you hire any organization that has anything to do with Ian John Lewis to run a professional. What do they call themselves? The PBA. Do you know who's laughing right now? The British Boxing Board of Control. Press one if you agree with me on that, and press two if you disagree with me. The British Boxing Board of Control right now are absolutely pissing their pants, you know. Robert Smith. Robert Smith's fucking pissing his pants. Ian John Lewis, yeah, coming on fucking Channel 4 and saying, oh, the BBOC demoted me for being a referee because they're racist. No, mate. The BBOC got rid of you because everything that you touch is incompetent and full of turd, Ian John Lewis. Everything that touches your fingers, Ian John Lewis, everything that touches your sausage fingers, yeah, is tainted and ends up smelling of fresh turd. That's why Robert Smith will be sitting there watching this absolute debacle and fucking pissing himself and saying, we ain't licensing this shit. We ain't licensing any of these motherfuckers. What is this shit? We ain't licensing any of this stuff, man. The PBA is a joke. An absolute joke. People elbowing each other. People trying to do arm bars on each other. Remember the KSI Joe Fournier fight? Where the man throwing Mortal Kombat Liu Kang style elbows in the middle of the ring. You got a man in the ring yet? I mean, and they allow it. KSI in the ring throwing elbows at people. And they're like, yeah, that's a legit shot on Misfits, this fucking joke of a card. The PBA. I mean, we're a couple of fights away, yeah, from Kung Lao getting in the ring with somebody and just ripping their fucking head clean off their shoulders. And the PBA probably allow that. What a joke of a fight. Facts Ultra, the board is saying C. Exactly. The British Boxing Board of Control are laughing their ass off. They're laughing their ass off. Oh, here we go. He's got his wife in the ring. Logan Paul's bringing his wife. What's she in the fucking ring for? And he's kissing his wife in the ring. So he's now kissing Ja Rule. You absolute muppet. You absolute muppet. You should be down, yeah? Talking to your lawyers. Trying to get a prenup and finding your way out of your situation. He in the damn ring now. He kissing the same woman he be kissing Ja Rule after putting on that kind of performance. This car's a disgrace. This car's a disgrace. He's thanking God. He's in the ring thanking God. For what? He in the ring thanking God. What are you thanking God for? For what? For getting in the ring with an opponent half your size and boxing like that. On the run from round 2. He in the ring crying and saying it thanks to God and shit. Wow. And then kissing his broad in the middle of the ring. What the fuck is going on here, man? What the fuck is going on, you know? Hey, has someone got Rishi Sunak's mobile number? I'm serious. Has somebody got Rishi Sunak's mobile number? I'm going to put a call into Rishi Direct, man. The government needs to step in and start regulating this shit. The government needs to come in and start regulating this shit. How can you run around in the middle of the ring against a man half your size, yeah? And then start crying in the ring. Didn't even get a knockdown. And then start running in the ring crying. As if, you know, as if you just knocked him spark out like that. Nah, this is shocking stuff, mate. How would you rate that main event? Let's get a poll going. That was absolutely shocking. That was absolutely shocking. What is he on about? Crazy D3 says Logan Paul has more energy in the interview than he did the whole fight. Like, listen, you guys know I love a bit of boxing, innit? I love boxing. I love people who go on the back foot and box. But be humble. Logan Paul, honestly, after that performance was awful. Be humble. You won the fight. You deserve to win the fight. Congratulations. But that performance was fucking awful. Like, genuinely, like, I don't know anybody who would pay to see one of these guys' fights ever again. It was awful. 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 And then he's getting in the ring and then he's kissing this broad, man. For what, though? Kissing this broad like he actually done something. Logan Paul in the ring kissing his broad like he actually done something and she's sitting in there grinning. Do you know who'll be grinning tonight? This man will be grinning tonight, innit? I think half of Hollywood will be grinning. LD Phoenix said, someone said the scorecards was a draw. Boxing Classics HQ says, Dylan had good movement going in. Probably could have won. He definitely could have won this fight if he actually had a little bit more training. 100%. Yeah, I mean, what? Logan Paul kissing Ja Rule, Leonardo DiCaprio, 50 Cent, and Lord knows who else in the middle of the ring. Come on, Logan, man. Stop it. Stop it. Anyway, let's see the reaction to that. Let's go to see Monsieur Benson. I tell you what, all the Misfits haters got what they wanted tonight. You know what I mean? That was, yeah. Oh, it was by disqualification. Really? So he won by disqualification. Logan Paul beats Dylan Danis by disqualification. Look at Michael Benson. Would you guys call that a total one-sided beatdown? Would you call that a beatdown? So press 7 if you agree with Michael Benson. Would you call that fight a beatdown? Or would you call that... I don't think that fight was... He clearly won the fight, but a beatdown. What the fuck is Michael Benson talking about? Mind you, Michael Benson's is a wannabe YouTuber like these bros, isn't it? So you can kind of see in it, Michael Benson. You know what Michael Benson is anyway, so you can kind of... A beatdown. How is that a beatdown? Mayweather versus Gatti was a beatdown. Yeah? Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson. That was a beatdown. Yeah? Fucking Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury 2. That was a beatdown. This was not a beatdown. What the fuck is Benson on about? Games You Love is saying Clifton Mitchell is trying to get on the camera of Logan Paul. Clifton Mitchell needs to stay as far away from the cameras as possible. After that IFL TV headline, which found its way on Twitter this week, Clifton Mitchell. Oh, I'm not going to say anything. This account, some of these accounts on Twitter are some of the worst accounts ever talking boxing. It's so embarrassing. Just shut the fuck up. Anyway, I'm going through the comments here. It is what it is. I don't know what you guys think. Heard Not Seen says the only winner is Logan's. Listen, let me make it clear. I like Logan Paul. I think he's a very, very good wrestler. I think he's a gifted athlete. All right. And I've got time for Logan Paul as a person. But genuinely, I'm just being honest with you. Genuinely, I just expected a bit more from that performance. And all I'm saying is genuinely, he won and he deserved and he won fair and square. And he dominated the fight. But honestly, hand on heart, that does need to be his last fight because he genuinely, boxing is not for everybody. Logan Paul doesn't have it in the ring. So that needs to be his last and final fight in the ring. No more boxing from Logan Paul. That's all I'm saying from Logan Paul. WWE is a tremendous wrestler with a lot of ability. He's a tremendous personality. But I'm sorry, mate. With that kind of size advantage, you know what I mean? With the advantages that he's got elsewhere, cough, 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 you know, to put on a performance like that in a so-called grudge match. Please, man. I don't want to see any more of it, man. LD Phoenix says, to be fair, KSI would have cleaned him out. Listen, KSI has legit killer's instinct. I know it's terrible to say this, but KSI legit has killer instinct, you know. Like, he's got a heart, he's got a gas tank, and he's got killer instinct. KSI different, and I don't even like KSI, but KSI a different breed of fighter to Logan Paul. And that's why he beat him twice with no experience. You can see him there. And he's nowhere near the size of Logan Paul. And you see he beat him twice with no experience. Because KSI is a dog. You see the difference there? KSI is a dog, mate. KSI is a straight up dog. Let's have a look. Right. Time for the main event. Listen, if this main event isn't good, yeah? If this main event isn't good, for me, it's the end of Misfits boxing. Shut it down now. I'm serious, man. There ain't no reason to watch this shit no more, man. Michael Benson, there's got little pictures of the brawl between Logan Paul and Dylan Danis. If anybody wants to have a look here. This was a fucking disgrace, to be honest with you. Games You Love says, the bar is so locked with these lot. KSI is not a dog, for fuck's sake. Oh, listen, for that level of boxing, he is. Listen, he went to the Mayweather gym, didn't he? And people were going in there trying to take his head off. And he did something. So listen, I would say KSI, he's got heart, man. 100%. Got heart. I've got time for him. At this level of boxing. Boxing's about levels, you understand? At this level of boxing, KSI is a dog. Obviously, compared to professional boxing, it's a different ball game. But at this level of boxing, he's a dog. He's got a lot more dog in him than Logan Paul does. I agree with you, LD Phoenix. I think KSI is a dog. That's my opinion, but it is what it is. Right. Callum said, let's get a poll going. This card's a fucking disgrace. I ain't doing no call-ins either. We're calling for what? No one needs to call in for this shit. Let's do this. Let's get the final poll going. Who wins? KSI or Tommy Fury? You know what? I'm just hoping this is a good fight for boxing, you know. And you know what? I'd be keen to hear Ade's thoughts because, you know, Ade's a bit of a boxing purist, isn't he? Ade's a bit of a boxing purist, isn't he? And, you know, Ade likes, you know, the good fights and good fights between good fighters. And, you know, so I like to hear what Ade's thoughts about that card tonight because I thought that was a fucking disgrace to boxing. Hand on heart. Thomas Smith says, my cat has got more dog than Logan Paul. For fuck's sake. Come on, man. Give the guy a fucking break, man. If there are levels to boxing, then KSI is getting at the core. God, give these guys a fucking break, man. We all got to start somewhere, innit? Nick Mandelberg says, I can see KSI getting badly hurt. Let me tell you something right now, yeah? That's one of the worst cards I've ever seen. It was straight up dreadful. Chris Eubank doesn't even... And when Chris Eubank is lost for words, that's when you know how bad it is. When you can see Chris Eubank's eyes just rolling into the back of his head, thinking, fuck, are they going to announce this Conor Ben fight now so I can get the fuck out of here and go home and have a wank? Because this shit is absolute fucking toilet. Like, you can see Chris Eubank just fucking zoning away. I think Chris Eubank's already halfway on that jet back to Dubai. Eyes rolling in the back of his head thinking, fuck me. Come on, someone fucking chauffeur, come and pick me up and take me out of this fucking arena. I'm going to go home to the hotel, have a pot noodle, have a wank. I'm going to go back to Dubai. This is nonsense, man. What they got me commentating on this? This is absolute nonsense. That's what Kushiba Jr. will be thinking right now. Madness. Daniel King says, goodness me, is boxing really in the dumps like this? We traded big Saturday night fights like Tyson and Prince Nazim for this. I even turned down a quick... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Milan says, if Tommy don't win this, he's going to have to go into witness protection for tarnishing the Fury name. Fucking hell. Chris should have done the both of them, says LD Phoenix. Oh, dear. Games You Love says, Eubank is only there for a go on Logan's misses. For fuck's sake. Come on, man. Oh, dear. It is what it is. It is what it is. Right. Let's get this. Let me change the graphics as we get ready for the main. Listen, you know what? That shit show has almost completely put me off the main event now. At this point, I just want to see Misfits finish. Hold on. Let me change this shit. Here comes Tommy Fury. Is he coming to the ring first, you know? All right, here we go. You can see it on the screen there. We changed a little graphic. Tommy Fury versus KSI live. Mark Stanton is saying, did Tommy get his robe from Wish? It looks fucking awful. His robe looks awful. It looks like it was stitched by, you know. Looks like it was stitched down the YMCA. Tommy looks like he got that robe from the fucking Salvation Army. Tommy Fury, your brother's worth 100 million. And you've got a robe that looks like it came from the Salvation Army, you absolute muppet. And Big John Fury, I tell you what, Tommy Fury gets knocked out tonight and Big John Fury can never show his face ever again. Now, is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing? I'll let you decide on that. Tony says, I'll watch the fight back when it hits. It's bad. No, it's genuinely bad. That's all I can say. It's genuinely bad. It's genuinely bad. It's a big guy in Logan Paul fighting like a small guy against a tiny guy in Dylan Danis who don't want to fight. It's just trash. LD Phoenix says, I can't see Tommy and KSI stinking the place out. I can see Tommy and KSI stinking the place. Listen, I'm telling you right now. Callum says boxing's history is on the line right now. Is it? Let's be honest. I think, you know, we're pretty much the fact that, you know, I'm sitting here watching crap like this pretty much tells you that boxing is pretty much done anyway, to be honest with you. Tommy Fury with that Jeremy Corbyn energy. £1,000 suit looks like it cost £20. That's a good one. Fair play. Oh dear. Tommy Fury with the Jeremy Corbyn energy. It's just one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. Games You Love says that was the worst fight ever. It's up there. Honestly, I didn't think genuinely when I saw Fraser Clark and Dave Allen, I thought we ain't gonna see worse than this year. That was fucking shocking. That was genuinely fucking shocking, you know. And no amount of Michael Buffer, yeah, can rectify that. Right, Michael Buffer's in the ring, and he's about to announce Tommy Fury, who I believe will be coming to the ring first for some reason. I don't know why, but I think what is this for? Is this for KSI's Misfits title? Yeah, is that what this is for? Are they calling this for the KSI Misfits world title? This is one of them fucking plastic belts that they sell at TK Maxx, isn't it? So Tommy Fury got to come out first because he's fighting for one of them plastic belts. Milan says the bar is so low after the Logan fight, it can't get any worse. Oh, believe me, it can get fucking worse. It can always get fucking worse, man. Thomas Williams says Michael Buffer's lips are as purple as his jacket. Fuck yeah. Oh, I hope Michael Buffer's all right, you know. I really do. I hope Michael Buffer's all right because, yeah, it's been a long journey, innit? I hope Michael Buffer's all right. Oh, Tommy Fury's coming out to Michael Jackson Thriller. Oh, do you know what? I'm done. Shall I just quit the stream right now? Shall I just quit the stream right now and call it a day? I'm serious, you know. I'm serious. I thought you were supposed to be a fucking bare knuckle fighting machine from the stock of Big John, the finest producer of fighting stock that Great Britain has ever seen. Am I lying? Press one of them. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to, like, these guys' gimmicks don't make sense. I thought you were supposed to be the toughest bare knuckle fighting / bodybuilder there's ever been. Fresh from the stock of Big John Fury, who did X amount of years in prison for gouging someone's eyes out. Next minute, you're turning up here to the fucking ring in a Halloween outfit, fucking dancing to Michael Jackson's Thriller. Michael Jackson's Thriller. Oh my God, he's legit skanking to Michael Jackson's Thriller. What can I say in it? What can I say about this? Thriller, yeah. Because it's Thriller. Jesus fucking Christ. It is what it is. It's bad. It's really bad. And the crowd ain't up for it. The crowd ain't exactly enamored either. The crowd looks fucking dead as a dodo. I think they're just about falling asleep, ready to go home. Half the crowd are on a fucking mobile phone checking the Transport for London. Oh, excuse me, there's no TFL. So we'll call it TFM, checking the fucking Transport for Manchester app. Saying, fuck me, I hope the fucking trains don't fucking... I hope the trains are still running, but... I mean, look, kind of sound. And what time is it now? It's fucking 20 to 12. You've got fucking 20 to 12. 20 to 12 at night, you've got Tommy Fury coming out. 20 to 12 on a Manchester evening to fucking Thriller. What is this, man? 20 to 12. Mate, I watched Anthony Joshua a couple of weeks ago. Even he had a decent to come out at 10:30. I'm lying, I'm not lying. Anthony Joshua. Even he had a decent to come out at an orderly time. 12:30. Tommy Fury rolling out to Michael Jackson's Thriller at 20 to 12 at night. And they've got the fucking flags in the ring. What are the flags in the ring? They're both from the UK for, you muppet. What have they got the flags in the ring for? Press one if you can see that. They both got the flags in the ring. What, a British flag and a British flag? Yeah, because they're both from Britain. So what's the fucking point in it then? Oh my God. Oh no. KSI. That is a shoo-in for worst entrance of the year. That is a shoo-in. Oh. KSI is in a Lambo. Is he going to drive himself to the ring? Who comes up with this shit, man? This is some of the worst stuff I've ever seen in boxing. Yeah, like what KSI, yeah? Looking like Kit from Knight Rider. Press one if you remember Knight Rider, though. Why KSI looking like... Oh, he didn't even drive the car! What was the point of being in a car? Wait. Because somebody explained to me. KSI, he was in a Lambo, and then he got out of the... You're not gonna drive the Lambo to the ring. Or what's the point in getting in a car and then getting out of the car? I don't understand the logic behind that. Are you going to drive the car to the ring or what? Why is the car on the apron, but you get out of the car? What? This don't make no sense to me, man. This don't make no sense. Tom Smith saying he should try and run Tommy Fury over. That's his only chance of winning. I'm serious, right? I don't want to be rude, but can someone explain to me this car gimmick, right? I understand, right? The camera comes to him. He's in a Lamborghini, yeah? He's in a Lamborghini. Is the engine on? The engine's not switched on. Are you going to drive the car to the ring? No, I'm not going to drive the car to the ring. So why is the Lamborghini on stage then? Press one if you agree with me. Press two if you disagree. Why the Lamborghini on stage for? If you're not going to drive it to the ring, what's it doing there for? What's it doing there for? What's the point of it? Were you going to get in a car just to get out of the car and walk to the ring? KSI must be the only fighter I've ever seen come to the ring in a car and then walk to the fucking ring. The man come to the ring in a car and then walk to the ring. When KSI drives home, yeah, at night, does KSI drive to the top of his street in his Lamborghini, park it, and then walk all the way home to the bottom of the street? Is that what he does? Or does he not? KSI must not park outside his house like normal people, you know. I'm convinced that when KSI parks his car to go home, he parks his car at the top of the street, gets out of the car, and then walks down to the bottom of the street and gets in his house. He must do. He must do. Because he gets in a fucking car to get to the ring and then jumps out and walks. John Smith says he's doing gigs, talking the hardest. Jesus fucking Christ almighty. Games You Love says the Lambo is on a platform. It can't move. Okay, now. The Lambo is on a platform. It can't move. Bro, even John Cena drove. Do you guys remember that famous John Cena entrance when he actually drove out? Like, at least John Cena got in a moving car. Games You Love says KSI has got a Lambo in his forehead. Oh my God. I don't know what's going on, man. It is what it is. You know what? I have to say, yeah, I was never a big fan of Giggs, but Giggs is looking more tired, yeah, than this show, you know. Giggs right now is looking how I feel right now. Tired of this shit, man. I'm tired of this shit, man. It's now fucking 10 to 12 at night. You still ain't giving me the main event. All I'm seeing we do with a big forehead sitting in a Lamborghini and then getting out and walking to the ring in a lime green suit. I've got another guy who's obviously fucking PED'd up to his eyeballs, yeah? Coming out, yeah, in a Salvation Army fucking, in a Salvation Army outfit, trying to fucking skank to Michael Jackson's Thriller. What's the point in this? Richard says Giggs looks like a PE teacher who's had a long week. even that shell suit Giggs is wearing looking tired though. Giggs. Oh, what have you got national anthems for? They're both from the same country, man. Here we go. National anthem now. 2 people from the same country, and we still need the national anthem. I'm blaming all of this on Ian John Lewis. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I'm blaming. I'm blaming all of this on Ian John Lewis and the PBA. Yo, that fucking Lamborghini prop, I'm blaming that on Ian John Lewis. National anthems, when both of them are from the same fucking country, I'm blaming that on Ian John Lewis. Fucking Dylan Danis trying to put Logan Paul in an armbar midway through the fight, I'm blaming that on Ian John Lewis. Fuck all that Channel 4 shit. It is absolutely shocking. Right. Phil I Am says, got goosebumps waiting for this fight. I've got goosebumps waiting for this fight to finish. Nick Mandelberg says, literally an arena full of morons. Boxing classics. Matty Howard says, someone said if you watch long enough, a fight might break out. Jesus Christ. Honestly, I've seen better fights here in the crowd at Frank Warren shows than I've seen here on tonight's card, you know. To be honest with you, if you want to see genuine 50-50s, honestly, go and look at the crowd here during a Frank Warren show. There's no security. See plenty of 50-50s in there. More 50-50s than the garbage that got served up tonight, yeah, on Misfits. Ultra, Will Tyson versus no, come on, no, come on. Tyson just got to get through that fight with Ngannou, man, so he can get to the Usyk fight. Don't even get me started on that stuff. But I tell you one thing, it's bad. It's real fucking bad. You know how bad can boxing get? Like I said before, I started this show slagging off Ben Shalom, but boy, this is piss taken at the highest order. Games You Love says York Hall chucking out much more, and yeah, of course, yeah. John Smith says Frank Warren show crowd fights are the funniest. Like I said before, Frank Warren's matchmaking is so good. Even the fights in the crowd are genuine 50-50s. That's how good of a matchmaker Frank Warren is. Even the fights in the crowd are genuine 50-50s with a bit of give and take. With a bit of give, someone gives some and someone takes some. Even get a genuine 50-50 in the fucking crowd, innit? I need to see that KSI Lambo entrance again. That, for me, let me go see Benson's surely got that up on his page. That has to go down as the worst entrance in history. That has to. KSI enters for the Tommy Fury fight to a song Lamborghini while sat in a Lamborghini. This dude thinks that was iconic. Okay, that's cool. Nah, that's actually so cold. Oh, wow. Maybe I'm just getting old, you know. What do you guys think? Maybe I'm just, old age is getting to me. And I'm just not in with the hit kids no more, innit? Maybe I'm too old, innit? Apparently, that was a cold entrance. Fuck me. You put me in a fucking Lamborghini, and that Lamborghini better move. That's all I'm saying to you. If you ever see me on a Misfits card about to get knocked out, if you ever see me in a Lamborghini, you better be sure that engine's getting revved. Ultra, we want you to come out in a green Lamborghini. Okay. Does it fucking move? Well, listen, yeah. It doesn't move. What you do is you get in the Lamborghini, yeah, and then you get out and walk to the ring. Fight's off. I'm sorry, the fight's off. I ain't doing this shit, man. I didn't want to fight on this PBA shit anyways, man. I didn't want to fight on this PBA guff anyways. I didn't want Ian John Lewis overseeing my fight anyways. And now you want me to get out of a stationary Lamborghini. This fight is off. Go and call someone else, man. That's what I would tell them. But it is what it is. Yeah, absolute load of wank. Callum says Ben Shalom luckily still has a job after this. Listen, if you're Ben Shalom, yeah, you're saying, listen, who can we get out next week? If you're Ben Shalom, while the stench of this card, yeah, is still stenching around the whole boxing world. You want to get this fuck. If you're Ben Shalom, if I'm Ben Shalom, I'm saying, listen, who can we get out next week? Because I tell you what, it's a good week to bury bad news, you know. Who can we get out this week? ASAP. I'm bringing an Adam Azim fight forward. Adam, you're fighting next week, mate. It's a good week to bury bad news, isn't it? It is what it is. If the KSI fight is trash, I feel like I should be allowed to call it and just say, I told you so, Tony. You can call it, Tony, if you want. It's all good. I'm always up for it. All right. I think this fight's about to get going. They're getting the final instructions. KSI is a very, very confident individual. We're about to see, yeah, how far confidence can actually take you in the boxing ring against a legitimate boxer. Mark Stanton says Shalom will have a Vauxhall Astra bringing Fraser Clark out. But you know what? If it moves, then it's better. If it's Fraser Clark putting in the key and driving it to the ring, then I say go with it. Absolutely. Are you guys way ahead of me? Oh, spare me. You guys are about 20 seconds ahead of me. So just spare me, okay? Because I'm at a friend's house watching this. So I'm about 20, 30 seconds behind you guys. But listen, this ain't Fury and Usyk. All right, round one has just got started. Oh my gosh, KSI immediately throws the overhand right and falls all over himself. He's tripping himself up already. Tommy Fury's getting stuck in and getting right into him. It's a good plan and a good tactic from Tommy Fury is to close the distance straight away and make him uncomfortable. KSI throwing some like I said before, it's always dangerous when you're getting in the ring with somebody who's throwing very, very wild punches like KSI. KSI throws a 1-2. Looks very sharp, KSI. Tommy Fury went to take him out straight away with it. Tommy Fury backed him up into the corner and threw a jab right hand over the top, looking to take him out straight away. Good defense from KSI. I have to say, good defense from KSI. I think it's Tony, it's 6 threes. That was a good 3 rounds there from a good bit of defense. Oh, that was a good right hand there from KSI. The problem with this, yeah, is because KSI is throwing, he's being very, very unorthodox. And he's almost fighting like an MMA fighter. KSI. He's almost fighting like an MMA type fighter. With the way he's throwing punches, you can definitely tell looking at KSI that he's done a lot of work with Michael Page. Does that make, because Michael Page fights like that. Does that make sense? With the hands behind the waist. KSI is almost fighting in a stance where he can use his feet, but he can't use his feet. But he's throwing punches from such awkward angles. He's in such an awkward stance. So if you're Tommy Fury now, what you want to start doing, he's doing the right thing by backing up KSI. But what he needs to start doing is feinting KSI. What he needs to start doing is feinting KSI. If he feints KSI, then he can get him to walk into something. Because you can see again, KSI is a guy who, once he gets cornered, he's going to try and punch himself out of trouble. He's going to throw the overhand right. Good counter right hand, left hook there from Tommy Fury. Looked like it landed there. Just having a look here, seeing what's going on the inside here. So KSI, oh, he's whinging already. What's he doing? He's complaining about something in the back of the head. So let me just say it right now, yeah, with Tommy Fury. KSI is going to be dangerous in these opening rounds because he's got a lot of spring in his step, yeah. He's fighting in a very, very unorthodox stance where both of his hands are by the side of his waist. And he's doing a lot of betting and he's moving in and out, in and out, in and out. And he's throwing these overhand right hands, you know, from an awkward loopy angle, right? So if you're Tommy Fury, what you want to do is this. You want to start walking KSI down in a high guard, but you want to start feinting him as much as you can. You want to start feinting him as much as you can. Because if you feint him, he'll overcommit and he'll walk himself into something, and then you take it from there. That's what I would do. But you want KSI to overcommit because you know KSI is looking to land that overhand right. You can see he's looking to spring off the back foot and land that overhand right. Press one if you agree with me, or if you agree with me, or agree with me on them comments. But for me, Tommy Fury, if I'm telling him, keep the pressure up, keep walking, nice high guard, look to catch and shoot. Nice high guard, catch and shoot, or make him slip forward. But you want him to throw that overhand right. You want to take a step back and throw, or you want to catch and shoot. In my opinion, let's have a look here. But this stance is awkward, but Tommy Fury should hopefully begin to get used to it because he knows what's coming. Every time KSI is in this stance, he's going to try and throw the overhand right. KSI isn't really jabbing a lot either, you see. KSI really isn't jabbing. If you see every time he's in that stance, he's bouncing, hands behind his waist, and then he steps in and throws the overhand right every single time. Feint him, bait him in for that overhand right, throw the left hook. That kind of a shot. You've got to start timing him. KSI is fighting very, very wild. It's a very, very messy fight. It's a very messy fight. KSI is complaining to the referee. This so far has got stinker written all over it. It's just a stinky fight. Who would you give that first round to? Because to be honest, I think that might be a KSI round. Because if you actually look at it, he actually landed the best punch of the fight. He actually landed a legit overhand right here on Tommy Fury. I mean, he did pretty much nothing after that. Tommy Fury needs to get this guy, break this guy down. Otherwise, this is going to be a dodgy fight, you know. Tommy Fury, if KSI is able to move like this and make this fight messy, he ain't going to get a decision on the scorecards, you know. So, like I said before, here's what I would recommend, yeah? And you guys let me know. Tony, let me know anything about this. These are my tactics. If I was in Tommy Fury's corner, actually the punch hit his shoulder. The punch didn't actually land on Tommy Fury, hit his shoulder. But anyway, what I would say is this, if I was Tommy Fury, right? If I was Tommy Fury, yeah, I would say, look, continue to put the pressure on, continue to walk him down. He's staying so far out of range, it's quite difficult to land the jab. But I like to see Tommy Fury feint. Because when he feints, KSI is going to overcommit with the right hand. When he overcommits, step back and throw the left hook. If the body's on and he overcommits, look at the uppercut to the body. That was a good straight right hand from Tommy Fury. It's KSI there, fell in short. And Tommy Fury landed a big straight right hand at the side of the ring. KSI is complaining every single time there's something going on the inside. And Tommy Fury's starting to wise up to that there. That was a good short right hand there from Tommy Fury to start the round. I think he might be starting to pick up the pattern here from KSI because he knows KSI is looking for that overhand right every single time. And he's starting to throw the left hook and counter him, you see. He's starting to throw the left hook. KSI, what is he doing? Oh, what's he giving him a point for? What an absolute fix this is. What's he giving him a point for what? Tommy Fury tried to rabbit punch him and his hands deflected off KSI's elbow. What the fuck is going on? This is a joke. That's not a point. What do you guys think? That's not a point deduction for what? Good uppercut from Tommy Fury, but KSI lands a good overhand right of his own. What the fuck? KSI is throwing all kinds of punches on the inside. I don't think Tommy Fury knows if he's actually allowed to punch on the inside. What the fuck is this nonsense? This is absolute shite of the highest order. You're deducting a point from somebody for that. That is shocking. Absolute. But that's what happens, Tommy Fury. If you get involved in YouTube boxing, this is what happens. This is what happens. If you get involved in Mickey Mouse boxing, that's what happens. I don't know. Yeah, Tommy needs a KO to win this fight. I don't even want to see the judges' scorecards because I know what's going to happen if you see the judges' scorecards. The judges' scorecards are going to be an absolute joke. I think KSI is going to win this fight, you know. He's shown that he's making it messy. Is he actually winning the fight to me? No, he's not. But he's making it messy. And the fact that he's already got a point off him, my God. Clearly Tommy. If Tommy can't get the knockout, then we know how this fight is going with this kind of referee. Lord Jesus Christ. Sorry, that's really thrown me, you know. Can Tommy work the body up on the inside? There you go. The referee's actually letting them work up on the inside. Good for Tommy. Tommy needs to keep him on the inside and keep ragdolling him as much as possible. My God. I've got KSI winning this fight right now. If the referee's taking off points for that, I don't even want to see what the cards are going to look like. So I've got KSI winning this fight right now. Oh, that was a good shot. No, that was a legitimate right hand from KSI. Wow, that was a legitimate overhand right from KSI. I think Tommy Fury looks a bit gassy at the minute to me. He looks a bit flustered. He looks a bit gassy. He looks a bit flustered. What do you guys think? Yeah, well, they're not. Tommy Fury's in trouble in this fight. He needs a knockout, 100%. But I'm already calling it. I think KSI is going to get a decision here. I think it's quite clear. If you can see, if they're giving points away for that, and you can see right from the get-go, KSI was complaining literally from round one about everything that was happening on the inside right from the get-go. And you can quite clearly see here that the fix is in. Like, and listen, like I said before, I've got no problem with KSI winning, yeah? But it's got to be a legitimate fight. This is not, so far, by the looks of it, a legitimate fight at all. This is just fucking pantomime. I don't know what to say about that. That's kind of put me off it, you know? But it's my fight. It's my fault for watching this stuff. But I won't be making that mistake again. That was a good... But listen, KSI again landed a good overhand right. That's the best punch of the fight. Excuse me. Let's see what people online think about that. I don't know. I think KSI might be legitimately winning, you know, because if you look at the 2 rounds so far, the best punch of the fight, he's landed. And you know, Tommy Fury, he's given Tommy Fury problems. Tommy Fury doesn't want to... So the 3rd round started. Tommy's a bit reluctant to close the distance because he doesn't know how to counter the overhand right of KSI. So after KSI's throwing the overhand right, he's getting into the clinch, but he doesn't know how to counter him. Does that make sense? So KSI's throwing the overhand right, he's clinching, he's smothering, and he's making it very messy. So it's hard for Tommy Fury to get anything off. Tommy Fury hasn't really been able to establish a jab yet because KSI is so far out of range. Does that make sense? But yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. Tony's review says, are they allowing KSI to hold and hit like he always does? I'm not sure. The referee's now warning KSI for something. I don't know what he's doing here. 2 minutes to go, yeah, in round 3. Let's have a look. Tommy Fury needs a knockout. I'll tell you this now. He's not winning any of these rounds. And he's looking quite reluctant. He's trying to feint. Every time he feints, KSI is coming in with the overhand right. And he's making KSI miss, yeah? But he doesn't... Oh, that was a good left hook from Tommy Fury. He's got to capitalize, man. He's got to capitalize. Good right hook on the inside. KSI looks like he's smothering a bit. Let him go, let him go. Tommy's got to put it right back on him there. Sorry about that. It's a good left hook from Tommy, but he's having difficulty countering KSI. Because KSI is staying on the outside and then throwing that right hand from so far out, Tommy's having a little problem picking him up and countering him. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, in the crowd, it's not just the referees that are complaining to the ref. Everybody's complaining against Tommy Fury. Again, the referee's warning him. And you know what I can see in the crowd? I can see the referee, Nisa Sauerland and them, they're all warning Tommy Fury as well. That was a good right hand from Tommy Fury on the counter, which landed flush on KSI. That was a good right hand counter by Tommy Fury. But KSI is actually fighting a good fight, you know, to be honest with you. He's fighting a very, very good fight. What do you guys think about KSI? He's doing what he needs to do. He's making it messy. He's making it awkward. And so I respect that, you know. Oh, that was a good right hand there from Tommy. What's the round count? We're in coming to the end of round 3. Listen, I thought Tommy Fury probably landed a better punches in that round, but I don't know, man. He definitely needs a stoppage. We've got 3 rounds to go. Am I right? 3 rounds down. You could probably give that round to Tommy Fury, but if I'm being honest, it's probably gone to... Oh, so Tony's saying no, who won which rounds? Listen, I honestly think on the scorecards, it's going to be KSI 3-0 up. I think on the legitimate scorecard, you probably have it 2-1 to KSI right now. I think Tommy Fury probably nicked that last round. But I do think, yeah, because Tommy Fury landed the biggest shots in that round, as you can see on the replay. But I do think, yeah, that these scorecards are going to be atrocious. I'm just telling you now. I mean, if the scorecards is anything like the refereeing, it's going to be atrocious. But KSI's taking some good shots from Tommy there. But he's so awkward in terms of the angles that he's throwing punches from. You know, do you know what Tommy Fury's going to have to do at some point in this fight? And he's going to have to start doing it now. Tommy Fury's going to have to take a risk. Come in with the high guard and get close to KSI, because what's happening is KSI is being allowed to stand so far off him. Hold on. Good jab from Tommy in the start of round 4. Let's have a look. He's got to get closer and start gambling here. He's got to get closer. KSI is so far out of distance. KSI has been allowed to stand so far out of distance that Tommy Fury is not able to get any kind of jab on him or put any kind of jab on him and dictate the pace with the jab of the fight because KSI is standing from so far out. Tommy Fury's got to start closing the distance now. He's got to. Like, if he walks into a few, he walks into a few. But he has absolutely got to start closing the distance now. He has got to. KSI's starting to look a little bit tired, but this referee's doing everything he can to keep him in the fucking fight, as we can see. KSI looks like he's tiring. He's holding a lot, as you guys are mentioning now. Referee, look at the referee. Let them fight. KSI's gassing. You can see that. KSI's gassing. You know what Tommy Fury needs to start looking at? Looking at that uppercut. Because can you guys see now? Every time KSI's getting me, KSI's gassing up. Every time KSI's getting backed up behind the jab, you see, was that a jab from Tommy? That was a good shot. But every time KSI's getting backed up, you see he's starting to lean back now. He looks gassed out. He's starting to lean back and lose his shape. Tommy needs to start throwing that uppercut. Good jab from Tommy. Good right hand. This is a Tommy Fury round. KSI's done nothing in this round. Good short right hand from Tommy Fury up on the inside. He's reluctant to punch. Tommy Fury's reluctant to punch up on the inside, you know, because of what's going on, yeah, with this referee. This referee's a joke, but he's got to get a knockout. If he doesn't, we're going to see something very dodgy. But to be honest with you, this has been Tommy Fury's best round so far. I don't know how you guys feel about that. This has been Tommy Fury's best round so far. 1 minute to go for me in round 4. KSI doing a lot of holding. The referee's not warning. What the fuck is going on with this referee? There's so much holding going on. Good short right hand up on the inside from KSI. Look like KSI landed a good right hand of his own. But again, he's holding. Tommy Fury needs to start thinking about the uppercut because you can see KSI's head. His head position is all over the place. His head's coming over his front foot. His head's leaning back. It looks ragged, you know. How have you guys scoring this? It's a difficult fight to score. I think Tommy Fury's probably been just about the better in this round. I think you can see from KSI, he's starting to get quite tired, you know. But I've got a feeling we're going to see some appalling scorecards. Right. 10 seconds to go. You guys are ahead of me. I've got it 2-2, the same as you. But Tommy's been deducted a point. I've got it the same as you guys. But I'm telling you, I think he needs a knockout. That's my opinion. He needs something big. Oh, good. Decent flurry towards the end of the round there from Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury needs something big. Tony, what do you think about the uppercut for Tommy Fury? Guys, what do you think about the uppercut? Because you can see KSI, yeah? Because he's so tired, his body's falling over all over his place. You know, his head is falling all over the place. And I just think that an uppercut's there. Let me just see what they think ringside. One sec. Let me see what Artemis Virgo thinks. One sec. So Idris Virgo is saying that KSI is going to come out in his last 2 rounds and knock out Tommy Fury. So we'll have to wait and see. It ain't looking good, though, for Tommy Fury. I'll be honest with you. It ain't looking good. Benson already knows. He's saying, how are you scoring KSI versus Tommy Fury? KSI up, but super close fight. I think KSI has the point deduction. KSI is up. Tommy needs a KO to win. I don't know. Half of these people aren't really boxing fans, are they? So it's quite difficult. Yeah, it's quite difficult. All right, let's have a look. So round 5's already begun. Tommy Fury needs a big shot if he's going to win this fight, I think. Because I think the fix is already in, to be honest with you. I don't think that point has helped at all. Good short right hands up on the inside from KSI. Good overhand rights up on the inside from KSI. Tommy Fury should be fighting fire with fire, man. KSI's fighting like a dog in there. You guys told me KSI wasn't a dog. I told you. He is a dog, man. And it's that style. He's so awkward with it. Good jab, right hand from Tommy Fury, but KSI starts holding again. So it's another clinch. Tommy's complaining to the referee about the holding. You know the referee ain't going to do jack shit. Referee breaks them up. It is what it is. Tommy's got to put the pressure on. He's got to stop being scared of that KSI right hand. He's got to walk right through it. Sorry. You know what KSI is going to do. You know KSI is going to throw that overhand right and lean. And again, KSI misses the overhand right. Tommy Fury just misses with the left hook. And it gets into another clinch. He can't punish KSI on that right hand. We know what KSI is going to do every single time, but he just can't find a way to pick him up and counter him. And it's because KSI, when he throws the overhand right, he dips his head very low. He's actually quite clever when he throws the overhand right. If you watch it when he throws the overhand right, he dips his head very, very low afterwards. So it's going to have to be like an uppercut or a shot or a low shot to pick him up coming in. KSI, you know, when he throws the overhand right, he does take his head off the line quite well. If you look at it, he throws the overhand right, but he dips his head down really low and then gets in a clinch. So Tommy's gonna have to find an uppercut. There, he nearly threw the right uppercut. That right uppercut from Tommy Fury can get him as he falls in, because he's falling in. He's throwing that overhand right, and then he's trying to duck. He's trying to throw the overhand right and avoid the counter. So he's leaning, he's ducking right off that overhand right. His head's coming right down. Definitely a right uppercut from Tommy Fury, but it's a weird one. KSI misses with that overhand right, but do you know what it is? One of them fights where, because KSI is still in there and still fighting, he'll probably be getting the rounds, to be honest. Like this round, I don't think KSI's really done anything. I don't think he's really landed anything, right? But I just think that if KSI does, if he breathes right, he's going to get rounds. I think Tommy Fury's going to lose this fight. I think he'll lose this fight to like 5-1 on the scorecards. To be honest with you, but it's his fault. Good jab from Tommy Fury. KSI's holding. Tommy Fury's trying to get free. This is just shocking fight. Absolutely shocking. That was a good right hook left hand by Tommy Fury. Good right hook left hand. The uppercut, if you can uppercut to the body or uppercut to the head, that would be critical. But KSI is going to survive this fight, you know. You're going to see a very, very controversial decision. Good jab there from Tommy Fury. But you're going to see a very, very controversial decision, in my opinion. Here, I think we could see that from the first round. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know how you guys think about that. How do you guys feel about it? But you know what? To be honest with you, Tommy Fury's only got himself to blame, because if you box in clown boxing with clown judges run by the PBA for a money grab, then this is what happens. To be honest with you, he's only got himself to blame, really. But I'm not happy with it. I think the whole fucking card has been a disgrace from top to bottom. What do you guys think about this fight? And I think KSI's done very well. I thought KSI's fought a great fight, to be honest, because he's not tried to be KSI hasn't tried to be a skilled boxer. KSI's done exactly what a guy like KSI should do. KSI has tried to be awkward, and he's working. And whoever's taught him that style is excellent, because he's awkward. It's something that you don't see in a traditional boxing ring. Tommy Fury won't have guys in his sparring that are doing that. Tommy Fury's in the ring with professional boxers. He's not in the ring with guys who are fighting with their hands down, lunging in and throwing right hooks from halfway across the ring, and then complaining to the referee afterwards. Does that make sense? He's not gonna have had that kind of work in sparring. So you have to give credit to KSI. KSI is survived, and for me, he's been very awkward. So it is what it is. I just think the style has completely thrown Tommy Fury. He knows what's coming. He just can't. He can't find a way to counter KSI. That overhand right is too awkward. He's slipping it, he's avoiding it, but he can't get off his own shot. And again, that's very good work from KSI. Tommy Fury backed him up with a double jab and threw the short right hand, and KSI rolled underneath it. You know KSI's going to go low. Can you feint and then throw an uppercut? That was a good right hook, it looked like, from Tommy Fury. I mean, look, if you're going to be honest about this fight, to me, if I was scoring this properly, I'd probably give it to Tommy Fury 3-2, because KSI hasn't done anything. Good short right hook again by Tommy Fury, to be honest. I don't think KSI's done enough, but I think we know. Good jab from Tommy Fury. I think we know what's going to happen, aren't we? I think we know what's going to happen here. I think if KSI's on his feet, I think we know what the scorecards are going to be. I'm not sure he's done enough, but you know, it's a Misfits card, and it's his promotion, so it is what it is. We're in the last round, 1 minute 35 to go. Yeah, you've got to give some credit to KSI. Absolutely. Lot of holding. There's just no clean work going on at all. The referee's a joke. Tommy Fury hit him after the fucking... They're going to take a point away, surely. Oh, Jesus. Tommy Fury hit him after the ref said stop, you know. Who's winning this round? I'll be honest with you. I think it's Tommy. If I'm being honest with you, if you're asking me who's winning this round, I think it's Tommy. But, you know, I think if KSI is still standing, then it is what it is. What do you guys think? How have you guys got it? 55 seconds to go in round 6. I've got Tommy 4. I've got about Tommy 4 too. Same as Callum so far, unless he gets hit with something. But It is what it is, you know. I think, like I said, the writing was on the wall from the moment the referee deducted that point. I think you can straight away see what's going to happen with this card, right? You know the decision from seeing what the referee did straight away. Good shot there from Tommy Fury there. Good short right hand from Tommy Fury. KSI is coming to give it a go in this last 26 seconds here. That was absolutely... you guys are ahead of me. That was a good overhand right to finish by KSI that landed on the top of the head. That might have won in the fight there, to be honest. It is what it is. Okay, that's it. Right, I'll call it. I think KSI's won that. I don't think he's actually won it. I'd probably lean towards Tommy Fury. But KSI's getting that decision. I think we all know that, yeah? What do you guys think? Shane thinks no clear winner, draw. Look, Tommy Fury's not getting that decision. Simple as that. Listen, it's his own fault, man. It's his own fault for getting on a clown card. That's your fault. Let's have a look at what do you think on Benson's page. Who won that fight? Neither fucking embarrassing fight. You get a lot of people. KSI, in my opinion. Obviously, a lot of these people aren't boxing fans. These are just people who just kind of football fans. Let's have a look here. Blah, 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 blah. I don't really know. In the KSI corner, they think they've won the fight. Can you guys do me a favor? Can you guys not tell me the score? Because I know you guys are 20 seconds ahead of me. Can you guys not tell me the score and allow me to hear the score myself? That'd be fantastic. In fact, I'll just not look at the comments. But if I'm being honest, if I'm putting my true boxing hat on, I think Tommy Fury probably nicked that 4-2, but he ain't getting a decision. He ain't getting a decision. Simple as that. This poll by this Muppet, who I've blocked on Twitter because they've got one of the worst Twitter accounts I've ever seen, has done a poll, KSI or Tommy. 56% of people think Tommy Fury won that fight. I don't know, man. For me, if I'm being honest with you, if that was held, if you held that fight in a professional boxing ring, yeah, with British Boxing Board of Control judges and referees, then Tommy Fury would have got that fight. Because I don't think KSI did enough. But that was shocking. You know, and you know what? I have to say, I thought KSI fought a fantastic fight. What do you guys think, KSI? He's not a boxer. He's a fucking YouTuber, right? He fought against a much bigger man tonight. And I have to say, he was excellent. And it goes down to what I've said all along about boxing, yeah? How many times have I said it on this channel? You get certain things in boxing, right? And you just get fighters that are just awkward, don't you? And sometimes you get in the ring with non-boxers and it can be very, very dangerous because they're awkward. And KSI was excellent because he didn't try and be an amateur boxer. He didn't try and say, well, I'm going to show you that I'm a skilled boxer and I can do all this kind of stuff. No, he said, no, I'm going to do whatever it takes to win the fight and be scrappy and be awkward. And that's what it was. Right, here's the scorecard. I don't think there's any way KSI isn't going to get the decision, to be honest with you. But let's have a look. The fight was atrocious either way. Let's just wait for it. I've got it on at a friend's house in the background. So let's just hear these results. The referee was atrocious, to be honest. But it's Tommy Fury can't complain because when you go for the money on Mickey Mouse cards, that's what you get. Right, the scorecards are taking a while to come in, which is always interesting. That fucking point deduction was even Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury knows what's about to happen. He looks absolutely... Tyson Fury knows. He knows what's about to happen. He don't look good at all. The commentators are saying Tommy Fury didn't have the right game plan. He wasn't prepared enough for somebody who's going to be as awkward as KSI, you know? Right, here we go. Right, let's hear it. Let's hear the scores. I'm going to guess the scorecard, yeah? I'm going to go with KSI winning this fight on the scorecards 4-2. So I've got KSI winning by 2. Okay. One's got it even. Yeah. Majority decision. It'll be KSI. Oh my God. Tommy got it done again.
Jesus. I can't believe it. I tell you what, mate. I do think he won the fight, but I didn't think he'd get it. What do you guys think? I think I'm shocked. Like, I thought Tommy won the fight, and I did say that. I thought Tommy won the fight 4-2, right? So, guys, can I ask you a question? Did I get it bang on with my scorecard? Because I had Tommy 4-2, but obviously he got deducted a point, yeah? So am I right in thinking I was completely right in how I called that? I when I was watching it with my real boxing gloves on, I thought Tommy did enough, but KSI was excellent. But they need to have that on a BBOC card. They need to have that on a proper BBOC card, in my opinion. You know, because that tonight was a disgrace. You know, right? Do you guys mind if I change the title of the stream? Just bear with me, okay? I want to go on to something different now. I want to go in a completely different direction. So if you bear with me, I just want to do something. Okay? So just bear with me 2 seconds, okay? I'm going to change the title of the stream to Tommy Fury beats KSI. Close decision. Misfits boxing. Oh, God. Tommy Fury's now saying he did it for you, man. Tommy Fury's having a laugh. Man, listen, Tommy Fury needs to forget about British titles. Right, let's crack on in a minute here. We've got Tyson Fury in the ring. I've just changed the title of the stream. Okay, just give me 1 sec. If people want to call in, they can call in. I'm sorry, but tonight's card was an absolute disgrace to the sport of boxing. No, seriously, genuinely. You know, genuinely. That scorecard tonight that I saw, excuse me, the fights that I saw tonight, the Slim versus Salt Papi was a good fight. But the two main events I have seen tonight are an absolute disgrace to boxing. Let me just say that tonight. Let me start off by saying this, right? Tommy Fury is one of the luckiest individuals I've ever seen, because did he actually win that fight? He won that fight. But truth be told, I can't believe he got the decision away from home, right? I cannot believe he got that decision away from home. It was what it was. Yeah, Crazy D3 says even Tyson was. I'm surprised they gave it to him. Tommy Fury is... Oh, what's he said? Is that true, Richard? Richard's saying that Tommy Fury said he's done with it. He's done with it. I'm going back to boxing. No, he's not. No, he's not. Tommy's just said he wants to fight one of the Pauls, isn't he? He's now calling out one of the Logan Pauls or the Jake Pauls. Look, Tommy would beat Logan every day of the week. KSI is now claiming robbery in the middle of the ring. 1 second. KSI is saying you weren't landing. He's fuming. KSI's in the ring saying you weren't landing. Look, it is what it is. Right, let's go through the comments. I think, honestly, the main event, and let's be honest, yeah, the card, big cards live or die on the main event, right? Undercard, look, I know casuals care about the hardcore fans care about the undercard, right? But big fights like this live and die on the main event. For me, that main event was a disgrace. All right. And it was it was actually a double main event. 1 sec. Tommy Fury beats KSI. Controversial decision. How did you have it? Let me just update it. KSI screaming in the ring. Listen, let me tell you something. In a proper boxing ring, KSI wouldn't win that fight. Tommy Fury's actually right. He wasn't pushing the pace at all. You don't get maybe on sort of, you know, on these PBA cards. This is what I'm saying about KSI. Because he's fought so many times on these gassed up PBA cards, right, which are run by bullshit organizations. He doesn't sort of understand, yeah, how boxing fights go.
Press 1 if you agree with me on this, and press 2 if you disagree with me. In any BBBOC license fight, if you are on the back foot for 4 out of 6 rounds, yeah? If you are on the back foot for 4 out of 6 rounds and are doing nothing but holding, yeah, and you're not landing any conclusive punches, you're not going to win the fight. Press 1 if I'm right about that, or press 2 if I'm wrong about that. I thought KSI fought a tremendous fight. If you ask me who made the most of their abilities tonight, KSI made more of his ability than Tommy Fury, by far. If you're asking me who made the most of their ability tonight, who should leave the ring tonight with their head held high the most, KSI should absolutely leave the ring with his head held high. Because for somebody to come off YouTube with that little training to getting in the ring with somebody who's a lot bigger than him, that's boxed all his life and put on that kind of performance, listen, KSI deserves credit. I'd also like an apology because I did tell you that KSI was a dog at that level. Did I not say that? And people said, Ultra. I said, KSI is a dog. He is a dog. He will fight to the finish. He went to the Mayweather gym and he did his rounds in the doghouse. So I've got a lot of respect for KSI, but you don't win fights like that, yeah? You don't win proper professional boxing fights by complaining to the referee, holding for 4 out of 6 rounds, yeah, and not landing anything of any significance. You're not going to win. You're not going to win fights like that. And the bottom line of it is this, yeah. If that fight took place on a non-Misfits card, yeah, in a proper professional regulated contest, then KSI would not have got that decision either. So that's my honest opinion. I thought the referee was a disgrace. I thought the referee helped him out tonight. I thought the point deduction was an absolute disgrace. I thought the referee was influenced by KSI, and I thought that the referee was being shouted at all night by Nisa Sauerland. I could see it in the front row. Nisa Sauerland and his whole team were getting on the referee right from the get-go. The whole thing stinks, to be honest. But I do think, look, with this Misfits thing, right? I think the way they promote Misfits is fantastic. I think boxing could learn something, yeah? And I think professional boxers could learn something from fighters like KSI, Logan Paul, Salt Papi, Slim. Listen, professional boxers could learn something. Yeah, I understand. You know what I mean, Vegas. It was a professional fight, but you know what I mean. Proper BBOC fight, you know. A proper fight, you know, with proper regulations. Do you know what I mean? With an actual, do you know what I mean? A seasoned professional body doing it. You know what I mean by that. But nevertheless, yeah. I think, look, there's a lot that professional boxers can learn from guys like KSI, Slim. These guys are fantastic at marketing themselves, right? So there's a lot for traditional boxing to learn from Misfits in terms of the way it engages people, the way it gets people interested in fights, the way it builds up fights, the way it captures the public's imagination. It's doing a fantastic job of doing that, right? No question about that. It is doing a fantastic job of doing that. But in terms of the actual content and the quality of the fights, this Misfits boxing is pure pedigree chum. Do you know what I would say this Misfits boxing is? Do you guys remember that scam from the 1990s, 2000s, right? Where, do you remember you used to have those market stalls and used to get these guys selling cut price perfumes? Do you guys remember? And these guys would sell like Christian Dior and Calvin Klein and Versace perfumes, right? And they'd be holding up all these boxes and they'd say, look, we're going to give you a deal. We're going to sell you all this Versace perfume. It's going to be £300 worth of Versace perfume. And all I want from you today is 15 quid. And you get all excited and they give you the bags and you go away and you go home and you open up the bag and you found that you've been absolutely, completely screwed. That is what Misfits boxing is at the minute with Misfits boxing. The wrapping is very, very shiny. Yeah. The wrapping is very, very shiny. It's got, you know, gold-plated bows and it's got, you know, 24-carat fucking envelopes. It looks, the wrapping looks superb. But when you actually open the envelope and look inside of it, there's a hot, steaming, fresh turd in there, you know? And that's the problem that Misfits is going to get into. The quality of the fighting does not live up. It does not live up to the quality of the promotion. Press 7 if you would agree with me on that, and press 8 if you disagree with me on that. The promotion is excellent, but the quality of the fighting does not in any way live up to the promotion in any way, shape, or form. Because both of those main events tonight were absolutely atrocious. Both of those double main events tonight were borderline unwatchable. And I'm just going to tell you straight, and listen, I'm not here to hate on Misfits boxing. I'm just telling you the honest to God's truth. Those two main events tonight were absolutely unwatchable. They were unwatchable. It was just non-stop. One guy tried to put another guy in an armbar and refused to fight. And the other guy spent 4 out of 6 rounds holding on and complaining to the referee. The whole thing was an absolute disgrace. You know, it's embarrassing. And it's, you know, and this is the problem that Misfits is going to come into, in my opinion. That's the problem with Misfits. You know, the quality of the fighting cannot live up to the quality of the presentation. Presentation they've got bang on, but when you actually get to the nitty gritty, when you actually get down to the nitty gritty and actually watch the actual fights, which is what people pay to watch, that was shit. Because you know what the bottom line of Misfits is? Do you know what the thing is? Nobody who paid for that card tonight, yeah, they sold out the Manchester Arena tonight, and congratulations, right? But can you see this shit here on the left side of your screen? Nobody who paid for a ticket to watch that absolute sack of shit tonight, yeah, at the Manchester Arena is going to go home and think, do you know what? That was value for money. So I'm sorry to keep asking, but I want you to press 9 if... excuse me. Press 9 if you'd agree with me on that. That nobody who really bought a ticket to see that fucking shower of shit tonight at the Manchester Arena is going to go home and think, do you know what? That was a good night's boxing. Tell the truth. Am I right or am I not lying? No, nobody who paid for that tonight is going to go home and think, you know what? That was a good night's boxing. You know what? We saw some good fights tonight. You know, we saw some, you know, were they the best boxers in the world? No. But you know what? We saw some good, honest fight. You know, you've been shortchanged, haven't you? If you've paid for a ticket to watch that, and you've paid for them 2 main events tonight, right? 2 6-rounders, right? Both went the distance, 12 rounds of hugging and arm bars. Am I right? Basically 12 rounds of hugging. 12 straight rounds of hugging. Hardly any action. No devastating punches. No devastating power. No devastating knockdowns. Nobody with exception with exceptional ability. Nobody with exceptional skill. The whole thing was just a complete shit fest. You know, you go home tonight from that, and you know, it's horrible, isn't it? Do you know when you go to sometimes? You know when you go to those restaurants. And they put all the fancy names on the menu, and then they bring you out something, and you're like, "Fuck, this didn't fill me up." And then you end up going and have a Mackie D's on the way home. Do you understand? That doesn't happen to me because I pick my restaurants very, very carefully. But do you understand the kind of stuff that I'm talking about? You know what I mean? When you go to a restaurant, it's going to be good, and they bring you out some meager portions, and you think, "Oh God, you know what? I'll have a fucking Burger King. I'm still hungry." That's what this card did to me tonight, you know. I sat and watched 2.5 hours of this absolute horse manure, and I'm still hungry for real boxing. I haven't seen any real boxing tonight. What do you guys think? I haven't seen any real boxing tonight. 2.5 hours of sitting through this shit. I haven't sat and watched any real boxing. Garbage. Pure garbage. But KSI deserves a lot of credit. He's got a lot of heart. I'll never back down from that. I think KSI has a lot of heart. For somebody from no boxing background to come in and achieve what he's achieved, KSI should be commended. But he is slightly delusional. There's no question. KSI is slightly delusional about his boxing ability. If they have a rematch, Tommy Fury will beat him easy because now he'll have and let that be a lesson. Let that be a lesson to Tommy Fury. You can't be sparring Joseph Parker's, and you can't be sparring. I know Billy Nelson's boys are down there at the minute with Tyson in Morecambe, training him for the Ngannou fight. And let this be a lesson to Tyson Fury as well. When you're getting in a ring with these guys, with these hybrid fighters, you need to be getting in a ring with guys who are very, very unorthodox. And this should be a big, big warning to Tyson Fury, you know, going into the fight with Francis Ngannou. Because you guys have seen now what happens when you get somebody who's seasoned with somebody who's just straight up awkward. It becomes a very, very messy affair that can go either way at times. And Fury and Ngannou, both of them can punch. So Fury's got to be on the game, man. Got to be on the money and on the game. Because sparring Joseph Parker can't prepare you for sparring KSI. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can spar all the fucking Joseph Parkers and all them guys and all them boxers and all of Billy Nelson's guys in the world. It ain't going to prepare you for getting in the ring with a YouTuber who throws overhand rights from his waist in the way KSI does. And who fights in the kind of patterns and rhythms that KSI do. These guys aren't classically trained fighters, so they're going to do things that classically trained boxers don't do. So you need to prepare for that. That fight needs to be a fucking massive wake-up call for any boxer out there who's getting in the ring with these hybrid fighters. Yeah? Get in the ring with the hype. It's a dangerous game. It's a really, really dangerous game. And I know it's a dangerous game because I've trained in Muay Thai gyms so many times. So you guys know, honestly, I've been in Muay Thai gyms so many times. I've boxed, not like hard sparring, but you'd be surprised the amount of rounds I've done with guys who actually come from a Muay Thai background. And I know, what they do is different. Some of them can really box, but some of the stuff they do is different. So you need to prepare for it. So it's a big wake-up call. Big wake-up call. Jack Plant says, the bubbles burst with this shite now. See nothing but critical comments all night on social media. Look, I just think... And Tony, if you want to come on in a bit, you're welcome to, Tony. If you give me 15 minutes or so, I'll drop a link. But let's have a look. Let's see some of the reaction on social media. Listen, I thought the fights were... And guys, I'll keep reading your comments now. It's all about you. I think it's dreadful. I agree with you, Milan. KSI's stance is more taekwondo than boxing. 100%. That's the exact what I was looking for with KSI. He got a taekwondo stance. Exactly what it is. He's got a taekwondo stance. Paul Armitage says I'm talking nonsense. I might be talking nonsense, but I was doing 3 frees in the gym this Tuesday. So there's only so much nonsense. How many rounds did you do this week? All I know is I was in the gym this week. I did 3 frees. How many did you do? So, do you know what I mean? You can say what you want about me, mate. I was in the gym this Tuesday doing 3 frees. Trust me. And I put in a lot less clinching than what this lot did. These are the punch stats for Tommy Fury versus KSI. Let's have a look here. KSI versus Tommy Fury punch stats. So they're saying that KSI connected with 31% of his punches. Okay, maybe. What do you guys think about that? They're saying that KSI threw 124 and landed 38. So he landed 31% of his punches. Look, all I'll say is this. You fight that KSI for there's only one result. But let me just go back to that point about who said it about the Muay Thai style. Excuse me, about the Taekwondo style. That is exactly correct. And Michael Venom Page, did he not come from a Taekwondo background? Can somebody let me know? Michael Page came from a Taekwondo background, right? I'm pretty sure Michael Page started off in Taekwondo and then moved into full-on MMA. I'm pretty sure Page comes from that kind of background. And you got guys coming in and telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. And I've been in the same gym as Michael Page every week for fucking 3-4 years. Do you understand how stupid these people are? People come in saying, I don't know what I'm talking about. They've never even met Michael Page. I've been in the same gym as this guy, watching this guy train fighters in a cage. I've been in the same gym as this guy every fucking Thursday night for 2-3 years straight. What the fuck are these people talking about? Do you understand how stupid these people are? I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, mate. Talking rubbish, mate. These punch stats look very dodgy to me, but I could be wrong. From what I saw tonight, I did not see KSI land 1/3 of 100 punches tonight. That's my opinion. I didn't see that tonight. I didn't see KSI land 1/3 of 100 punches, but it depends what punches we're counting. It depends on the quality of the punches. And to me, Tommy Fury landed the better shots tonight. If you're asking me, I thought Tommy Fury landed the better shots. Not just about numbers, it's about the quality of the shots. I thought KSI in the first 2 rounds landed a better quality of the shots, and that's why I gave the first 2 to KSI, because I thought he landed a better quality of the shots. But I think after 2 rounds, he gassed out, and that's my opinion. That's my opinion on that. But punch stat numbers, first and foremost, are subjective for obvious reasons, because it's just a guy sitting there clicking something every time he thinks a punch has landed. It's not them got sensors over them, so it's interpretation. But then you've got to talk about the quality of the punches that were landed. And for me, Tommy Fury landed the high quality of the punches. Again, if I land 5 jabs on you, yeah? If we have a round of boxing and I land 5 jabs on you, right? And then you land 1 big right hand and you make me do the chicken dance. Who wins the round? What, me, because I landed 5 jabs? No, you, because you landed the fucking most meaningful shot of the night. That's how boxing works. But again, this is the problem now. We're dealing with misfits, and a lot of these people who watch misfits don't actually understand how boxing works. So it is what it is. All the people saying how good KSI is and how he's improved lost all credibility in boxing. I think, how can you say KSI hasn't improved? But how can you say KSI hasn't? He's just done 6 with Tommy Fury. And was he ever really in any massive trouble? No. I mean, how has he not improved? He's come from YouTube. Like a couple of years ago, this guy was just doing YouTube, right? He's now jumped to the ring of Tommy Fury, who's been boxing his whole life, and he's held his own. So I think KSI has improved. Paul Armitage says you've lost the plot tonight. On what, Paul? Tell me. If you can't tell me on what, if you tell me on what, I won't block you. Or I'll engage with you. I'll have a conversation with you. No problem. As long as you tell me what I've lost the plot on, that's fine. I won't ban you. Jack Plant says KSI has improved, but I still don't want to see it again. That's the problem. Has KSI improved? Absolutely. Has he improved to the level where he should be topping bills in a sold-out Manchester arena? No, he shouldn't. Would you agree with me on that? I think KSI has absolutely improved as a fighter, and I think you should be given credit for the way he fought tonight. And I think that the way that he was trained was excellent, because I think if that was Michael Venom Page, you told him to fight in that way and in that manner, I thought his tactics tonight were almost A1 tactics. I thought he was excellent. He didn't try and be a classic boxer. He tried to be awkward. I thought he was excellent. Yeah. So I've got a lot of respect and credit for KSI. He would knock me spark out. But should he be headlining top of the bill in a sold-out Manchester arena? No. These guys aren't ready yet. You can see these guys aren't ready yet. Their ability ain't on that level yet. They can sell the tickets, but they can't deliver. They can't deliver the entertainment that the crowd is paying for. This Misfits stuff's got to be very careful, you know. We haven't even started talking about the safety of Misfits either, you know. Have we yet? We haven't even talked about the safety of Misfits. We haven't even talked about the allegations that Dylan Danis and Logan Paul were supposed to weigh in between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. And Logan Paul just fucking straight up missed the weigh-in. Did you guys hear that one? That Logan Paul, the weigh-in for Dylan Danis and Logan Paul, the actual or some kind of check weigh-in, was supposed to be at 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. or Thursday or Friday. And Dylan Danis showed up on time and weighed in, and Logan Paul didn't show up on time, missed it, and then reorganized it for an hour later. That combined with problems with drug testing, in my opinion, and then you add on the fact that you've got inexperienced guys, you've got a bunch of inexperienced fighters getting in the ring with fighters who, in my opinion, are on PEDs. This Misfits show is a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I think he's going to do very, very well in the short term, and I think it's good, and I think that there's a lot that boxing can learn from it, but I do think Misfits boxing is a disaster waiting to happen, because you've got a bunch of untrained fighters getting in the ring. There's clearly fighters that are in that ring tonight that, in my opinion, are quite clearly on a little bit more than bread and water. And you've got guys who don't really know how to protect themselves. Not all of them. Some of them can box, like your Slims, your Salt Papis, your Tommy Furies. Some of these guys can box, but you've got other guys fighting on these cards, yeah? And they've got no experience. They don't know how to protect themselves. And they're getting in the ring, clearly getting with people who are on a bit more than bread and water. This is going to end in tears, in my opinion. I'll go through your comments in a sec. So I'm just going through the comments. Let's see. You are talking about how these professional boxers need to specially train to fight these unorthodox YouTubers. A real professional boxer, not Tommy Fury, would not struggle one bit. Paul, I want you to go and watch this fight. All right. I'm not even going to ban you, right? Because you eloquently put your point, and I appreciate the fact that you eloquently put your point. Here, go and watch this fight, okay? And then come back and tell me about this. This is my favorite fight. Okay, this fight's actually on YouTube, so you can go and watch it. Okay, so just give me a sec. Just waiting for it to load. Here's the fight. If you look here on the left side of your screen, you will see this fight. You will see Callum Smith versus Nicky Holshkin. Yeah. Okay. Now, Callum Smith went on to win the World Super Series of Boxing and knock out world champion George Groves inside what, 6 rounds? Yeah. Go watch this fight. You'll see the fight is 1 hour, 20 minutes for a reason, because Callum Smith went the distance with Nicky Holshkin and didn't really land anything significant on him all night long. Yeah. Go and watch this fight and then come back to me about that. And that's all I'll say. Okay. Right. Tom Smith says, no respect for KSI. Aside from getting in the ring, just imagine he was a nobody. Would any promoter have him on a show? No, he would be labeled a stinker. Yeah, well, no, he's got personality. He gets people buying tickets. It is what it is. Jack Plant says, apparently the guy with the 80s gypsy mullet had been drinking before. No, Dylan was drinking non-alcoholic beer. He was drinking. Dylan Danis was in a bar the night before, last night, but he was drinking non-alcoholic beer. He wasn't drinking alcoholic beer. Let's have a look. He had a shoulder injury, but look, Callum Smith did 12 rounds with Nicky Holshkin. Anybody? Stop mentioning my wife, man. Shit. Nicky Holshkin, man. He did 12 rounds. Listen, Callum Smith got rid of Groves. How many fighters has Callum Smith got rid of inside the distance? Got in the ring with a kickboxer, and it went to 12. And Callum Smith himself, after the fight, said he was novice. He was novice. He was novice. Let's keep going through these comments. Games You Love says build up much more entertaining than the fights. I want to try and get some reaction to this. So I just want to see what people's reaction is online to this thing. Good. Right, this is Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury has declared that he does not intend to give KSI a rematch and now may leave crossover boxing. He will not, I can promise you that. He goes his way, I go mine. I'm done with all this shit, all this crossover shit. I'm on to my next challenge now. I'm done with the bullshit. Fuck the bullshit. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys really believe that Tommy Fury's finished with crossover boxing? I can assure you, when that £1 million phone call comes from Saudi Arabia, I can assure you he'll be getting back in the ring again. Tommy Fury is absolutely not done with crossover boxing, and he shouldn't be either. He shouldn't be. Listen, if you're Tommy Fury, you fight Logan Paul next. What do you guys think about that? I'm saying, if you're Tommy Fury's financial advisor right now, you fighting Logan Paul next. Am I right or wrong? You got to fight Logan Paul next. Logan Paul, easy fight to win. Logan Paul stiff as a fucking Logan Paul stiff as a morning erection. He can't fight like KSI. He's not as quick as KSI. He's not as explosive as KSI. He's a walking big stiff target who gasses out after 2 rounds. Tommy's Tommy will wipe him out. Tommy, in my opinion, Tommy will knock Logan Paul out. Logan Paul's got a massive fan base because he comes from WWE. So why not? Tommy is more than likely done with crossovers. According to you, he almost got robbed. Listen, I'm surprised he got that decision. Very surprised. But the money's too much, Tony. He's not going to go and fight for a British title in fucking York Hall on a Frank Warren card for fucking $5,000, where he can just go and smash up Logan Paul for $1 million or $2 million. He'll be back in the ring fighting crossover boxing. There's no way about it. He will get back in the ring fighting crossover boxing, in my opinion. There's just no way. The money's too much. Too much money. He says it now, but we'll wait and see. The world is yours. Bro, relax. Think how niche boxing is as a sport. The elite boxers never fight regularly anyway. These are no Ali Frazier, but they fight. But what kind of fights are they, though? That's the problem. You say they fight, but all I see is hugging. I didn't see a lot of fighting tonight, to be honest. And I think you need to look at the safety aspect of it. Like I said before, you're playing a very, very dangerous game when you've got a bunch of untrained fighters in there, right? Being put in that kind of situation. Listen, if you disagree with me, I'm cool with that. I'm very, very happy to have the opinion I have, because I think in the next year or two, I don't know if I'll be on this planet to say I told you so. I might be in the grave before then. But I'm very confident that in a year or two, we'll be having a conversation about something going wrong with one of these cards. Because it's only a matter of time. You see the standard of people that the PBA are licensing. If you see the standard of some of these boxers, not KSI, but some of these other boxers, I'm talking about guys like Chase Demore and other boxers, the state of some of these people who clearly cannot protect themselves. It's only going one way. The paychecks stop if he gets robbed to a YouTuber. Yeah, I agree. If he gets robbed, yeah. Well, maybe in the rematch, yeah. The paychecks stop if he gets robbed to a YouTuber. That would be his last payday at a young age. There are no more upsides. He's conquered YouTube boxing. It's time to move on. We'll wait and see, Tony. I am very, very confident that Tommy Fury's next fight will not be against, and let me say this, I'm very, very confident that Tommy Fury will be in a fight against some kind of influencer, MMA fighter type fight. I think I'm very confident about that, but we'll see. Ultra, how you going at these guys? You should vent at the boxing commissions for not sanctioning real boxers to fight. Have you not heard what I've said about the PBA tonight? Sorry, guys, yes or no? Have I not criticized the living fuck out of the PBA? Yes or no in the chat? Have I not criticized the living fuck out of the PBA and Ian John Lewis tonight? Have I not laid into Ian John Lewis personally, yeah, for this absolute shit show of an event? Yes, I have. For about a cool half an hour. So it is what it is. Let's have a look here. Joe Smith music covers. KSI was a jumpy butterfly. That's a good one. KSI was a jumpy butterfly and a hugging bear. Book says Tommy Fury versus Billum Smith for a world title. Nah, Billum Smith. Billum Smith's terrible, but Billum Smith's a different level of fighter. Billum Smith is terrible. Technically, he's awful, but Billum Smith, you know, Tommy Fury can't be getting rid of Billum Smith. Not yet. Games You Love says PBA are a made-up organizer. Exactly. They're a joke to me. I don't recognize them. I don't care what Angel Lewis says. I do not recognize the PBA. What's this? Look. Hernan Lonnie says Salt Papi was rushed to hospital due to a serious concussion. Search it up. Let's have a look. Listen, it's only a matter of time, you know. See you, Matty Howard. I appreciate you, man. Take care. It's only a matter of time on these Misfits cards. I don't mind if people disagree with me or not. I'm just telling you. It's only a matter of time on these Misfits cards. Let's have a look. Milan says, to be fair, Tommy isn't much better than area title level. He may as well milk the Misfits cow dry. Well, what do you guys think about Tommy Fury versus Lawrence Okole? Just out of interest, who do you think's got more skill? Just out of interest, like who do you think's got more actual boxing ability? Tommy Fury or Lawrence Okole? Just out of interest, just want to know. Like, I know Okole is a massive puncher, but what do you guys think about boxing ability? Lawrence Okole or Tommy Fury? Let's have a look. I want to see this thing about Salt Papi. I'm going to look it on my phone. I hope he's okay. Let's have a look. I'm going to have to go soon, guys, because my missus is getting super annoyed about that. But, yeah, if anybody has any links on Salt Papi, let me know. I can't see anything in a minute. I'll have to have a little Google later on. I hope he's safe and I hope he's okay. Let's have a look here. Albie Reynolds says, refereeing in Misfits is awful. How was the Salt Papi? I said that when I was watching the Salt Papi fight. And when you listen to this, if anybody wants to listen to this show, if you go back, you will hear me say these exact words on this show. I'm not lying. You can click back and hear it on the replay of this show. You will hear me say the referee stopped that Salt Papi fight he stopped that fight 5 punches too late. You heard me say it. It's all recorded. It's all recorded. And I said that. I said the referee, you'll hear me screaming, the referee's got to stop this now. The referee has got to stop this now. The referee let him take too many punches. It's a joke of an organizer. The way it's run is terrible. The way it's run is terrible. The refereeing is fucking dreadful. Just being honest with you, it's dreadful. Misfits might be the end of boxing. I think we're going a little bit too far. I'm not sure about that. Listen, like I said, I like a lot of the stuff about Misfits, but I'm just saying to you, right? What do you want me to do? Pretend that tonight's card was good? Before we go, let me ask you a question before we go. Get your final comments in before we go. Give me a score, genuine score. Don't say what I want to hear, but give me a genuine score for tonight's, for what you thought about the double main event tonight. I didn't watch the whole card. And I heard that the One-Edged Sharks Dean the Great fight was a really good fight. And I thought Salt Papi and Slim was a really good fight as well. So credit to those guys. But I'm honest asking you, yeah? The double main event tonight, what would you give that out of 10 tonight? Which is what people turned up to watch. People turned up tonight to watch KSI and Tommy Fury and Logan Paul and Dylan Danis. That's what people turn up to watch in the Manchester Arena tonight. I want you to give me a score out of 10 for those fights tonight. Genuinely, they were genuinely shocking. Genuinely shocking. Genuinely shocking. Like, the shocking was bad. Like, the standard was so bad. Like, we're talking about bringing the sport into disrepute. You know, that Dylan Danis versus Logan Paul fight. Have you guys not forgotten that? How bad that fight was? When you had a guy trying to do a fucking armbar on a guy in the middle of the fucking boxing ring. And you've got guys laying down on the mat, inviting guys to come in and do jiu-jitsu rolls with them in the middle of the ring. Mid-fight. Are you fucking kidding me? I've never seen that before in my life. I've never seen in my life a boxer intentionally get down on the canvas and lay down on his back. I'm surprised the ref didn't start counting either. I mean, what the fuck are they doing? People are forgetting Dylan Danis got disqualified tonight. He got disqualified. Have you ever seen it? I've never seen a professional boxing fight where a guy gets on his back, puts his legs up like he's about to have a train run on him. I mean, what the fuck is going on? Look at the left. Look at the left-hand side of the screen. This is what happened in a professional boxing ring tonight. Look at the left-hand side of the screen. I mean, what do you want me to say? Well, yes, this is good for boxing. Yes, this was a good card tonight. Yes, this shines a positive light on boxing. Guys getting on their back and laying down with their legs up in the air. What the fuck are we doing in this game, man? I mean, what do you want me to say to that? It's garbage, man. It's straight up garbage. There's no other way to say it. Like Misfits, the double main event tonight was straight up garbage. Simple and plain. KSI on Tommy Fury versus KSI. I think KSI won. I thought he landed more shots, pushed the pace more. Chris Eubank Jr. must be smoking crack because if KSI did one thing tonight, yeah, he didn't push the pace. That's why he lost the fight. What do you guys think? If KSI did one thing tonight in this fight, he didn't push the pace. That's why he lost the fight. He didn't push the pace at all. But KSI should be proud of himself. No question. No question. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, he pushed the pace. What are these guys talking about? Talking like KSI is a prime Golovkin. He pushed the pace. What the fuck are these guys talking about? You know what? The thing about these Misfits cards as well is, and I'll say this before I go. The problem with these Misfits cards is it brings a whole bunch of people into the sport of boxing who know even less about boxing than the casual fans we have to deal with on a standard Saturday night. Does that make sense? Like, you know, we laugh at these casual boxing fans, yeah? But I'm not being funny. When you start covering the Misfits cards and you start getting these football fans coming on here talking about boxing, like they actually know what they're talking about, it starts getting really cringy, you know? Like, KSI pushed the pace. Fuck me. I don't think you know what pushing the pace is, mate. Man came out in a fucking Lamborghini, walked to the ring, and then he was on his back foot the whole way through the fight. He never pushed the pace. The man was holding on more than fucking Mick Hucknall from Simply Red. KSI. He was hugging more, holding on more than Mick Hucknall from Simply Red. I'll keep holding on. Holding back the years. Holding back the years. Dun, dun, dun. That should be KSI's walkout music. Forget walking out to fucking gigs. KSI needs to be walked out by Mick Hucknall. Holding back the years. I see that much holding in the ring tonight. Please, man. The real question is, how long will Logan stay with Nick? Jesus Christ. Logan Paul, if he marries, he's crazy. That's all I got to say. Like, if he marries, he's fucking crazy. Be with her, fine. Yeah? Be her boyfriend, fine. Don't cheat on her, fine. Stay loyal to her, fine. But don't walk down the aisle and sign off, yeah? Sign your life off, because that is a divorce waiting to happen, brother. I can tell you that. Jack Blunt says, KSI did nothing other than hold and mess about with a ridiculous stance, but Fury wasn't that much better. You know what? I actually think Tommy Fury is a better boxer than what he showed tonight, but I think, again, KSI was brilliant. His tactics were brilliant. Very awkward. Very, very awkward. Let's have a look. Here. Go through some final comments here. What have we got coming up? Should we just have a quick look at what we've got coming up? While you guys are getting your final comments in, should we look at what we've got coming up? We've got some grade A shite coming up. Right, let's look at the best promoters in boxing. Matchroom Boxing. What have Matchroom got for me? 21st of October. Was that next week? It is. What's this absolute manure? Hold on a minute. It's the wrong card. Look at this. Jack Catterall versus the corpse of Jorge Linares. Bloody hell. Peter McGrail versus Fran Mendoza. Akib Fiaz and Reese Bellotti. Shabazz Massoud, who I like, against Jose San Martin. Campbell Hatton, who's Tony's favorite, against Jamie Sampson. And then there's a bunch of shot on there. Look at this. Look what Matchroom is serving up for you. Saturday, the 21st of October. Catterall versus Linares. This is bad stuff, you know. This is bad stuff, you know that. Jesus fucking Christ. This is some grade A shite. Let's see what Boxer have got. I'm not going to check Queensbury because we know what's going on 2 weeks' time in Queensbury. But that fucking... Listen. I'm not saying... Don't be surprised if Fury looks bad against Ngannou. That's all I'm going to tell you. Listen, he might look great, but don't be surprised if he looks terrible. Let's have a look. I'm trying to see what's going on. Boxer. Previous events. Upcoming events. Right, let's see. Oh, no! Buatsi and Aziz next week. That's a proper fight. There you go. Credit to Boxer for that. Look at this. This is a proper fight. Hey? This is proper boxing. What do you think? Buatsi versus Dan Aziz. This is proper boxing. Absolutely want to cover this fight next week. Can't wait for it. This is proper boxing. Buatsi and Dan Aziz. Proper boxing. I'm up for that one. Well, you guys going to come and watch that with me next week? Hopefully we're here. If I'm here next week, come and watch that, man. Buatsi and Dan Aziz, man. That's a proper boxing fight, man. Watch the taste of tonight's Misfits cards out of our mouth. Before I go, where's the female boxing tonight? Ashford Wet boxing. She's that Ashford Wet is absolutely. Have you ever seen her without makeup? By the way, Ashford Wet. I can't put her name in YouTube because you know what will come up. I can't put her name in Google, but you know what will come up. But go and have a look at Ashford Wet without the makeup on. She looks like a completely different human being. What have we got here? Tommy Fury, immediate reaction. Dylan Danis. He's an idiot. Tyson Fury. Oh, Jesus. Clifton Mitchell is still giving interviews to IFL TV. Why? I have no idea. This is Ashford Wet and Alexia Grace stripping off, you know. You need to go and see Ashford Wet without makeup on. Honest to God, you need to go and see Ashford Wet without any makeup on. She looks like a completely different human being. So your makeup is a strange thing, I tell you. It's a strange thing. Crazy D3 says, yeah, Buatsi and Dan Aziz, two genuine world-ranked light heavies. Fair play, Ben Shalom. Yeah, Ben Shalom, all is absolutely forgiven. Ice Meister says, Isaac Chamberlain on the undercard, winding Lawal up has been too funny. Blah, 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 blah. Abdul says, KSI should go for a British title. Are you fucking mad, Abdul? Jesus Christ. Are you serious, Abdul? You taking the piss? KSI, go for a British title. Jesus. Let's have a look here. UFC, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, LD Phoenix says, Logan Paul reminds me of Edge. Well, it is what it is. Ebony Bridges in the ring looks like Jar Jar Binks. It is what it is. All right, we're giving Benchlam a pass. Okay, right. It is what it is. Just Gaz says, at least KSI now knows doing star jumps for 6 rounds doesn't win you fights. It's true. I don't think he did enough, you know. I think he survived. He did really well. But I don't think he did enough. I think Abdul is taking a piss out of me, blah, blah, blah. All right, guys. Listen, not the greatest show in the world. But look, let's reconvene if we can. Let's reconvene next Saturday. That is true, Connor. Logan Paul's girlfriend looks like Edge. A lot. That's definitely true. Logan Paul's girlfriend looks like Edge. But anyway, let's reconvene. Let's reconvene next Saturday for Buatsi versus Aziz. Double header with Catterall versus Linares. And then I believe the week after that is Fury versus Ngannou. So come and reconvene with me. Come and join me on Saturday. I need the subs. I need the views, man. No, I don't really. But, you know, we did all right tonight. I think tonight we topped out at about 230. Listen, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? I'll take it over nothing. I really appreciate all of you joining me tonight. And I'm going to try and get some new jokes because I do get worried about the level of humor on this show. I do get worried that I'm starting to lose it. You know, like Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy was really good, wasn't he? Eddie Murphy had a 5-year stint where he was the funniest man on planet Earth. And then all of a sudden, Eddie Murphy just stopped being funny, didn't he? He's never funny again. What was it? After Beverly Hills Cop 2, he just stopped being funny. How did that happen? Might have to ask Shevin about that later on. How did that happen? Eddie Murphy, after Beverly Hills Cop 2, just stopped being funny. How the fuck does that happen? The man had the world in the palm of his hand. Eh? He was a fucking box office superstar. I don't want to go the same way. So maybe I'll have to speak with the ghostwriter and get some new jokes sorted out. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other.